We're back, folks. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, I hope your bellies are full of turkey and you're ready to have a little fun tonight with your favorite cool cats here at Party Foul. We're here jamming on Lawful Stupid RPG, giving you that late night fun on Saturday Eve. Oh, that rhymed. I didn't even try. Hey, everybody. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we were so sad the week off, but we were
I'm
so.
uncomfortable by everything that fucking NPR intro was or whatever the fuck. Please.
We'll talk about that later.
I'm ready to listen to some smooth jam now, actually.
Yeah, some
Let's
smooth
just
jam.
cancel the stream.
But, if you guys happen to go to the right place at the right time, you just might find there's some smooth jams in the port of Zane. But more on that later. First, who the heck are we? We are Lawful Stupid RPG, and we are right here giving you our favorite D&D games all through the week. We have games on Saturday earlier, Ishfeld, Nordic-themed, fun goats and slimes and gith oh my. That streams right before us on the channel. Then on Monday nights, we have the wonderful Garden of Eden, a cyberpunk-themed 5th edition reskin version of D&D with characters that are not actually who they are anymore. Spoilers. So, then we also have the wonderful Black Death, which is everything but wonderful. If you took all the joy in the world and you just sucked it through a hole, there would be Black Death, giving you that sweet gothy goodness to make your heart heave. It's beautifully acted by everyone there. Please check that out later in the week. And then sometimes we have Aeroth, which we don't talk about very much. But hey, it
should be on tomorrow.
It should be on tomorrow. Awesome. I have to take some thank yous here. First of all, thank you, Harry, for building some wonderful maps for us. Thank you to Tabletop Audio, Multi-Music, and Rick Horrocks for giving us lots of tunes that you can hear for those maps. Thank you to Arnott, who made the beautiful character art that's scrolling around below, as well as this amazing overlay that we get to stream in for you all the time. Remember that if you need to catch up on Party Foul or you want to tell friends how to do it, you can just take them to that exclamation point foul recap. And of course, you can always email Neriad for some in-game wisdom from our favorite sorcerer if by pressing exclamation point Neriad mail, I think. So do that in the chat. You can get those links. But beyond that, we just want to jump into this game and get all that tryptophan out of our system. So without further ado,
well, we got one more thing, and we obviously.
I'm nervous.
It's our,
oh my God! Yes.
Please
take over, Lee.
Something important. Obviously, it's our yearly anniversary, so
yeah.
We have been live exactly 1 year today.
365 days of
Super
TTRPG
convenient.
and goodness. Today,
so good
today was
November.
not all of us have been
stream
here
on
the
my
whole
desk, but
time, although a few of us have, including Lee and including Faye, who had their first stream on this day that 1 year ago. So happy birthday,
Wait,
LSRPG.
Lee, high five me. Go down.
Where are I?
I'm underneath you. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
a whole
That
year,
read
we
real
still
well.
haven't figured out how to do that. So
That
proud
looked great
of
on
us.
stream. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, I think we're gonna have some kind of cool 1 year event. It's just not gonna happen
Squitches.
tonight. So we will totally figure out how to do that very soon. But I think that's it. So without further ado, let's cut to the trailer so we can jump into Party Foul episode 15, Eclipsed.
Powerful magic, terrifying monsters, valiant heroes, the fate of the world on the line.
But before all that, sometimes you just gotta kill some goblins.
Right. But grand twisting plot lines, heart-wrenching sacrifice, invocations of the gods themselves.
I'm getting 5 silver a day to move the crates from here to here.
Magical items,
This is sharp and rusty enough to cause tetanus.
backstory revelations,
My uncle was a chef.
big bad endgame boss fights.
These crates are really heavy.
Seriously? Is this even D&D?
Hell yeah. And we're calling it Party Foul.
Wow. Welcome back, my loves. Oh my God, here we go. Right back in. It's been a couple weeks, but we got some juicy things to do. Because last time on Party Foul, the Party Poopers kind of got their ass kicked. For more than one reason, perhaps, but they are now recovering from a pretty devastating turn of events. They were following around. Our guest star, Maddie Morgs, played a character named Scrom, who needed some information on a person named Priscilla the Heart. The party track down some leads and manage to find their way into Priscilla's lair, skirted by a number of fairly easy traps, and found themselves face to face with Priscilla, although half the party split off and didn't quite get the memo. They unfortunately were attacked by some of the guards and nearly lost both Finnegan and Meena in the process. But the party has recovered a bit. Tensions are boiling. Lots of things are at the turning point, and we are going to see tonight how they can recover from this devastating moment that they've had, which is always a super exciting thing. The party's also split up right now, so we've got kind of 4 scenes to play before they presumably come back together. We'll see. This party, you never really know. So
Split the party.
Infinitely split the party. So
Never together.
I'm gonna briefly tell you where they are, and then I'm gonna try to cut to each one as we move forward there. So first of all, we have Gwen, who sauntered off after the events, not particularly happy with the way the party responded. She is back at the Fowler's Pub, which is the name of the bar that they opened, and were kind of gifted by the city. And unfortunately, Gwen found a new tragedy, that Théodore, one of the drow men that had been following them around, seems to have been murdered. There were some other town criers shouting out this news, so it's starting to spread around the city. There is a serial killer seemed to be hunting elves, and Théodore is his latest victim. Next door, although kind of unbeknownst to everyone except for him, Finnegan has a bakery that he has purchased, which is not public information to the party yet, although Matthias did follow him in. And so Finn, having suffered all of the blows, soaked in blood, is kind of passing out or something in his own room, recovering, and Matthias is jabbering away, trying to tell about all this new adventure that they've had. Then we have back on the coast, Neriad, up in a lighthouse with a couple strange characters who seem to be running this particular beacon for Port Zane that has not seen a lot of activity lately due to the fact that the giant whirlpool is indeed still raging outside in the ocean. And then finally, Meena and Zaunder, who together walked across the ocean to guide in said only returning ship in cow form. Zaunder, I think, riding on her back. Is that what you did? I don't remember. Rode the boat into the docks, to which case an individual who has claimed to have been able to go into the whirlpool and back out again has begun to tell his story. And this is where we begin tonight, faithful viewer. Back at that dock with the oh-so-verbose captain of the little clipper that seemed to have made it through the storm, its sails pulled in, stumbles off the boat, a crowd having gathered around to see both this crazy event, a ship that's come out of the water, a cow that walks on water, and a drow riding on her back. All the different murmurs and kind of wonderings in the distance as the man gets off the ship, and they said, "What happened to you?" And he said, "Oh, well, I'll tell you what, it's a crazy fucking story." And he proceeds to collapse onto the dock, completely exhausted from the events that have occurred around him. He falls flat to the ground. The other sailors scurry around. I'll try to scoop him up and try to figure out what's going on. The crowd begins to murmur about what's happening. A particular fellow who seems to be the dock master starts to wave everyone aside. "Oh, please move away. This is quite important. We must get him to the magistrate so he can recover. Please move away. Give him some air, please," as they all start to pick him up. A few of the crowd have also began to wander over just a little bit to the side to notice what the hell this cow is and why it could walk on water. And they start kind of reaching up and touching you, Meena, kind of petting you a bit. And Zaunder, you can kind of feel their hands on your legs as well. And there's this sort of murmur, what are they? How did you do that? What is going on? Hey, can I ride on you too? What's happening?
Mina's going to revert out of cow form back into furbolg form. What are you doing?
Zaunder, can you make a dex save?
I was going to say, I want to know what happens to Zaunder.
Absolutely.
Starting off
Do
with a bag.
dex save. Oh, I did on roll 20. That's just an 18.
That's
Sorry,
totally fine. Okay, so yeah, though the entire body over the course of 6 seconds sort of anamorphs back to her original form, you kind of stabilize yourself and glide down across her shoulders and stand in a kind of cool pose as everyone around you begins to crowd around. And a little boy kind of perks up. "How'd you do that? That was cool."
That was
Years
cool.
of practice.
Oh.
Oh, you mean her?
Can you do that
Wait,
too?
actually, who did you mean? Did you mean me or did you mean Zaunder?
Well, I was more interested in the one that could turn into a person after being a cow. You're really tall.
I mean, I thought it was a very respectable dismount,
Jeremy,
but
please. I'm so sorry. He's never seen Giant before, and she shoves him back.
He's never seen a cow before.
Moves you both, moves the little boy to the side, and the crowd begins to disperse away, seemingly slightly less interested now that they kind of realize that you're some sort of magic user. What do you guys do? You see them lifting the body of the captain, and he sort of is paraded toward the magistrate, a place that you had been before.
Typical. Awesome. I'm gonna go, Zaunder. You
can't leave me here with them.
Well, they don't care about anything that we've done now that I'm not a cow anymore. They're all dispersing. You could follow me, I guess. It doesn't matter anyway. You just do what you want. I'm going to go back to the bar, I guess.
Meena, why are you acting so much like me? It's like staring into a dark mirror.
I don't really know what you mean that I'm acting like you. I'm not feeling very good right now, Zaunder.
You want me to come with you?
I don't know. I'm not gonna stop you if you want to follow, but could you just not talk to me, maybe?
All right.
So the two of you begin to move your way back towards the bar, seeing the crowd take this passed out man back toward the magistrate. Meanwhile, we cut to the lighthouse where Neriad, you have actually a really cool view of this entire thing happening. To
My
remind
face
you, there
is smooshed against the window like this.
Yeah, there. That's exactly it. So, first of all, perhaps the thing that's immediately noticeable is tracking this boat that managed to come in, and perhaps knowing more than anybody else, you do hear a sort of like, "What's going on out there? There's a cow dragging that boat in there!" from the man that's above you at the very top of the lighthouse, screaming down, "I've never seen something like this in my life! Oh, have you seen something like this, Ephraim?" No, I haven't seen nothing like a cow dragging a boat in. Do you really want me to take this oil drum all the way back down? Oh, you gotta get it down there. We can't have it being up here. It could be a fire hazard. Yes, master. He sort of rolls his eyes and looks at you, Neriad, as he pours some of the oil from the drum into the small little pail that he was handed down through the grate, fills up the remaining part of the burning part of the lamp. What the hell is that called? Fuel cell or something. And then
Reservoir.
proceeds to pull a slightly lighter oil drum, kunk, 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 one at a time, back down the entire stairwell.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to be watching the whole time. Neriad doesn't help the man. He helped him to a certain point, but as soon as he was able to get around him at any moment, he probably did and just left him there on the stairs, doing whatever he was doing. I wasn't helping much, anyways.
You can hear him mumble some things under his breath about being like trapped on this stupid land and wanting to get away as he kind of keeps going down the stairs to a bit. As you do press your face up against it as well, you have a good view at this point of the whirlpool now being up above everything, and you can see its mass. It is truly enormous, like a mile wide overall. You can't even see the edges of it. What is interesting is that the water doesn't seem to be pulled away. It's almost, weirdly enough, like someone is stirring it. That's the weird view that you have from this top down, as if the water is just consistently being stirred as opposed to all being like dumped in some particular spot.
Could a creature large enough do this? Is there some sort of natural entity that would live in the ocean that would maybe allow me to make a check to see if I would know what it was?
Yeah, absolutely. Make that nature check that you seem to be hinting toward.
Yeah,
very good.
All right. Excuse me, just one second. I'll just should have been ready to click this. I apologize. I'm blaming it on D&D Beyond.
Very good. All good. Yep.
There you go. It's a 20 dirty.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I think that
Dirty 20.
you have in your brief time studying things and the small bit of schooling that Neriad has, everyone loves these stories of these giant creatures. Absolutely, there could be a creature. The idea, though, is that the creature would somehow you would think you would see it as opposed to just it being invisible. So that's weird to you. But there are kraken, there are leviathan, creatures of the deep that do have a penance for creating some kind of weird environment here.
I think at the moment of that epiphany, I will try and push my way past that man and run out the lighthouse towards what I guess would be roughly where my party is. I'll let you decide how long that takes me. It's probably quite a while to find them.
Sure, yeah. Before you go, though, he can sort of hear some shuffling, and as the drums coming down the stairs, you do hear a voice above you kind of say,
Are you old-timer, are you? You been here a while?
Yes, you lived here all my life.
Just the same as me, although things are getting kind of fishy lately, if you don't mind me saying.
and at this point, he sort of pushes his face right up to the edge of the grating that's between him and the rest of the party. And if I could find my damn library, you get a look at this gentleman who is indeed has lightish green skin, very orcish in its color. That is your immediate note, but he has this fiery red beard all around him. Did it really delete my token? Oh, roll
Yeah,
20.
fuck you.
You are so, oh, there it is. Look, hey, there we go. And this is what this gentleman seems to look like.
Oh.
I'll sort of blow it up on roll 20 a bit. So
He's cool.
It's like at this moment, you can't decide, is he a dwarf or is he an orc? And you're certainly having this like moment of, maybe he's both. And
He's a
you
dork.
have indeed met a dork, yes.
Yes, excellent.
A dwarf elf, a dwarf orc, a dork. And he sort of presses his face down and looks at you a bit more.
What are you doing in my lighthouse? Why did he let you by? No one's supposed to be coming in here.
Oh, I was going to help you, but I forgot how lighthouses work. So, never mind. You have a lovely day now. But just keep an eye on that whirlpool. You might see some even cooler stuff soon. Next couple of days, maybe.
It's a crazy time out here. I will keep my eye on it for sure. I'll do my best. You'll keep safe down there, old-timer, huh?
And he indeed goes back to kind of marching around and stomping on the grates above him. You can kind of hear that he has a bit of a limp. And you get to the point where Ephraim's on the stairs, and you kind of like hop around him a little bit, and he just sort of like grabs his head.
Pardon me.
Oh, damn it. If I have to spend another day on this fucking place, I'm going to kill myself. I swear to God. As you kind of hop past him and move along. Hey, you want to help with this? No. Kunk.
Hey, if you need a break later, come by Fowler's. It's a really cool bar. It'll get you drunk. See ya. Bye.
Maybe my master would let me do that. He sort of screams out at you as he goes by. So where are you heading, Neriad?
I think I would probably end up going to the docks if I saw the boat stop there, just to see if they're there. But if they have run off or moved off at that point, I would hook to the pub.
For the sake of brevity, I think that you can kind of catch the sights of Meena and Zaunder starting to walk away and the crowd beginning to disperse, although a person is presumably being carried kind of on a what are those things called that you carry people on? Those things.
Stretcher?
A gurney?
Yeah, gurney. Thank you. He's carried on a gurney towards the magistrate, but you can hop right in behind the two of them.
A plank.
Plank. Yes, very good. Gwen, you are in the Fowler's Pub. At this point in time, by the way, it's starting to approach the mid-afternoon, maybe 4:30 or so. And as the sun begins to move downward in the sky as it's kind of fading away, you, having put a blanket around the two young drow women as they deal with their tragedy, crying and I do not understand the way they would hurt such a boy. He was so good. He was the best of all of us, I think. Oh my.
Yep. I'm just they're just, living their lives, crying, and I'm comforting them to an extent. I'm not gonna get them anything to drink, but I got them the blanket. They're all like cuddled. Listen, there's some stuff that's been going on in the city, and I'm not entirely sure what it is, but I'm gonna try to figure it out, because I don't like not knowing shit like that, so I'll work on it. All right?
Please, I do not even know if we can leave this place anymore. It was all supposed to be better here, Gwendolyn. And now we are trapped again.
Right, I know. Normally there aren't people like this, if that makes you feel any better about it. And it's just one person. So, once we figure all that out, it shouldn't really be an issue anymore.
Oh, this is of some comfort, but please find his body. We must do our best to do some sort of... I do not know how to do these burials here, but he is supposed to be wrapped in silk and eaten by a spider. I do not know how we can do this here.
All right. Well, we can maybe get some silk fabric or something like that from a store. Because they sell that. Might be a little bit pricey, especially because the dock's closed. But we can maybe figure that out. Or maybe we could have Meena turn into a spider and she could spin something. I don't know.
This seems to cheer them up immediately. Like that's really, you made a very good idea. They are comforted by this.
Thank you.
In a weird way. Yeah.
Yes. The glory of Meena's butt. Anyway, where was the last time you saw him? Was it here?
He left this morning. If you remember, he had some business to take care of. I do not know. I know the cries, they were coming from a little further north of here. I do not know the city well at this point. I have spent too much time in our room.
Right, I'm aware. I will start there then.
Thank you, Gwendolyn. You are a kind heart. I knew you do not like to show this, but you have been nothing but kind to us.
Here, hold on a second. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab the unwelcome mat from the front door.
Okay.
And I'm going to give it to the princess and say, put this outside your door. Have it attuned to you. You're gonna have to spend some time focusing on it. But if actually, I'm gonna put it outside the front door of the bar. But I need you to attune to it first. And if you get notified from it, it's magic. And if you get notified from it that someone is here that's willing to do you harm, it'll hurt the person. They'll be loud and it'll alert you that they're here, so you can hide. All right, and then you let me know that's been set off. All right.
Thank you for this. I do. Thank you.
And that's it, I guess. I'm gonna go up to my room and make a plan. I just need to be away from people for a hot sec, so.
Okay. So you managed to go up to your room, your brand new bed that's only been there for a few days. It's nice and comfy as you sit next to your furnace and have a little think to yourself. And finally, we get to cut over to Finnegan and Matthias. Finn, can you go ahead and make me a Constitution saving throw, please?
Great. You love to hear it.
Is he gonna die? Well, none of us are there.
Yeah, we did a home rule now to where wounds bleed.
Cool.
Question: is this related to food?
No.
Damn it.
You're gonna poop on a bread.
That's a 7. That's a spicy 7 there.
Yeah, as you sort of, it's a bleak moment. You're leaning up against the door of this room in a mostly quiet bar, were it not for the little mouse outside constantly chattering about your adventures and the things that are happening, and it all begins to kind of drown out and fade. You can feel the blood from your pants and this pile of clothing that you pulled off to the side. It's all just sticky and heavy. The room itself is this strange, warm feeling around it, kind of feeling like a hug. And you kind of close your eyes as Feathers crawls around and hops around, kind of digging around for some extra little nibbles of bread in the room. And you feel quite tired. Starts to drown out a bit. The sound. And suddenly, there's a little bit more noise from Feathers. Whack. Whack, 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 whack. And as you open your eyes, you're not in that room anymore. You're suddenly in this space that's much wider, and open, and it's dark, but it's not a scary dark. And it feels like you're outside, but it doesn't have the wind or any of the freshness of the air. It's just almost like you're in someone's pocket. And Feathers is there, and his eyes, glowing blue, start to shimmer red, and then yellow, and green, and orange, and purple, and red, and blue. A rainbow shimmer across Feathers' eyes, flickering across you. And you can feel him waddle up to your chest, stand on it. Your body's frozen, seemingly can't move, but not petrified. And as Feathers turns his head, wah, 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 and looks up toward the moon, shining across this dark void, shimmering in the distance, that smiley face that you've drawn on your shield, pixelated, painted, peers back at you, and just sort of smiles. You are sad, my boy. I do not like my boy sad.
Things have been pretty rough. Rough go at it past few days, weeks even.
Is it something I can help with?
You're a god, probably. I mean, I know you probably just fixed every problem ever, probably. I mean, it's up to you.
If I could do that, you wouldn't have hurt to begin with, then.
I suppose. No, I think it's just me. Honestly.
What about you?
I don't know. I'm trying to do good. I am. It's just, I always seem to I always seem to muck it up whenever.
You know that I'm the goddess of fertility. I'm quite familiar with the word fuck.
Alright. I always fuck it up.
That's better.
And Gwen, I love her, but she keeps leaving, and she keeps... We're in it pretty deep right now, I think. I really don't know what's going on, even. Matthias is... I don't really know where Matthias is right now, but he's probably still talking. Meena's probably on... Have you seen her? She's probably... she's fucked. Meena's fucked right now, I think. Neriad, I don't think he's ever been unfucked. Yeah. I don't know. It's just not what I imagined. It's not what I pictured. You know, I read all the stories and everything of, like, adventurers going out and things always going right in the end.
Most stories have different pages that they turn, different chapters, different cycles that they go through. In my experience, the best stories are the ones where things don't go well up until the very end. But that's a hard life to live.
You're telling me?
Do you know why I brought you back, Finn?
You mean like to life or like here?
To life.
Oh.
And here.
No. I'm not a clue, actually. I mean, wondering, you could have chosen, like, I don't know, someone taller, someone stronger, or smarter even. I can't really even read that well.
I have places for them as well. Then I helped you because even as you lay there dying, your sister panicking in the background, your heart pierced with arrows, you smiled. Through all the pain, through all the sacrifice, your sister freed. You smiled. And that's all I really needed. haven't seen that smile in a while. It's no pressure, but I miss it.
Yeah. Well, I'll try to smile more.
I'd like to give you some reason to smile again. I think perhaps I gave you the gift of life. I think it was an important gift. I hope it was worth it, but as I said, chapters turn, pages move, the cycle completes and a new one begins. I wonder. You could feel that moon's glare move away from the sort of frozen smile that had been talking to you, and it peers and peers and peers towards you. There are some options for you. There is a larger goal, and I may reveal that to you soon, but for now, there are different ways you can serve me.
Anything.
One of them involves a contract, something you and I can discuss the details of. Another one involves being my champion, rushing forward and stopping all the powers that try to fight against me. The final is similar to you, but perhaps in a different chapter of your life. This has been the life cycle, the sun rising. Evening approaches. It's not scary, but it is the twilight. Any of these appeal to you? I can edit our relationship a bit. And at this point, you can click that message that I sent you.
Oh, okay.
Your chat.
I forgot it existed.
It's a small blessing for you.
So are you multi-classing, or are you changing your class entirely? Because I'm very curious about this.
So Yuna's giving you three options.
I see.
So
You have some time to think about these.
I'll look over
obviously.
this. Holy shit! All right.
She's giving you three different options here for the chat that's watching us, because we have people looking at us right now.
Wait,
Finnegan,
is it a guess? Can I guess? Can I guess what the three are?
okay, sure.
Warlock, Bard, Paladin?
No, it's actually all sorcerers for some reason.
Weirdly, all sorcerers. He has been given very particular pathways to take as a cleric, as a paladin, or as a warlock. So we can discuss some of the details in a bit, Finn, but I'm going to let you look over that. There is one other thing that is going to happen here, though. So I'm going to pretend that you've made that decision, and I want to come back to one last thing that she says. This creature with you is so interesting. I have such a connection to it, and I think that you do too. And now you can see Feathers again, sort of sitting on your chest, gazing up, his eyes shimmering in rainbow colors.
You mean the duck? I mean Feathers?
Feathers. Your names are not original, but this is all right.
Well, technically, I didn't really name him that. It was more Meena, so I won't take that curse. That's a weight I can't bear. That's not on me.
You do make me smile. Meena makes me smile at times, although I hope she finds herself. That's a thing for another day. Do you mind? And you can see Feathers begin to flap in a way that you have not ever seen him fly at all. Really doesn't do it. Flaps a little bit for some levitation, but flaps and flaps and flaps, and suddenly gets up almost right next to the moon. Those eyes shimmering, almost as large as this moon hovering above you. And suddenly, those two eyes break, and they fall ever so slowly and land in your two open palms. And Feather's eyes, he turns and he looks and he looks, and he's quite confused and wondering, and he seems to have vision. He seems to be able to see.
Oh, our little
And
boy.
in your hands are two small
Duck eyeballs.
Duck eyeballs. No, they're two small bluish.
Please call them by the proper name. Dieballs.
Diaballs. Two blue-ish colored teardrop gems. Oh my.
Writing down now.
These are... These were once part of me. Huh. I'll have to think about that more. Keep them safe, will you? You and your friends.
Right, yeah, I will. What are they? Exactly. Did Feathers have rocks in his eyes? Is that why you couldn't see?
Something like this. Believe he was holding my tears, weirdly enough.
I didn't really think you could cry.
Oh, I can. I have. And I will again. Such is the nature of the moon. The moon begins to sort of pull away ever so slightly. You feel the room coming back. Careful, Finn. You don't have to smile, but I hope you will someday. Pulls back into the room, and you can hear Matthias's voice kind of coming in. What are you saying, Matthias?
Oh, what it was, Finn. I've always wanted a brother, you see, but people might look at us a bit different. I mean, we are a little bit different. I mean, you know, you are a bit taller than me, but we look the same. But, you know, we can, you know, and he starts to yawn and sort of quietens down and drifts off to sleep outside on the stairs.
Matthias, are you... I'll open up the door.
I wasn't sleeping.
Yes, you really were. I saw your eyes were closed, little bud.
Well, I had something in. I had a bit of sand in my eyes, remember? From the adventures we've had.
Sand in your eyes from weeks ago. They were still in there.
Definitely gets in the cracks.
Matthias, do you want to sleep? Is that what are you tired?
I want to know why we're robbing this place first.
Oh, no, we're not robbing the place. I own this place. This is my bakery.
Oh. I was gonna say, you know, me and Feathers could share the bread, and I'll start trying to be friends with him a bit more.
You see Feathers kind of
Speaking of
scurry
Feathers.
past, and he hops right into your hands, Matthias, and he sort of like nibbles at your ear a little bit.
Oh, he's a bit violent.
No, he's loving. He's loving. He can see now. So he sees you.
And you can notice Matthias pretty easy that this duck knew exactly where to jump. He wasn't bumping into things, and he's sort of like nuzzling up next to you like he can see.
Well, I suppose I could have another brother. I'll give him a pat on the head. He's quite heavy for me.
He ruffles a little and shimmers.
You know, Matthias, I just bought the place. Haven't really put in a whole lot of work besides here and downstairs, but
so we don't need to rob it.
No, absolutely. If you rob me, I'll be disheartened. It'd be the worst thing ever. But
I don't rob people.
There's another room right there if you like.
What, my own bedroom?
Yeah.
Well, obviously Zaunder is my best friend, and he might be a bit worried, but I'm sure he'll understand. It's only next door.
Yeah, it's only next door. And besides, you'll be living with your brothers. Feathers is a girl, actually. Brother and sister.
Oh, I've never had a sister.
They're a bit of trouble.
Oh, I look round to look into the room. Is it got a big bed? I don't need a big bed, but...
Well, like I said, I wasn't really able to work on it. I don't really have a bed at the moment.
Yeah, so the
it's okay.
The previous owner left both one room that has a master bed, a large one, and one room that has more of a single, a small bed. You have taken whichever room you wanted. Did you want the queen, or did you want the single? It's up to you.
I probably would have taken. It'd probably be easier to work on the single first. I'd probably be in that room.
I've only drunk a little, but this is so fucking strong. I can feel it going straight to my head.
Wow, are you gonna?
Hello, what's going on here?
Matthias, why are you swaying so much?
Also, is there a reason that we're on the Roll20 map and not our character art?
Maybe for the music. I don't know. I pulled
same
this
music.
there because of for music. I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
Matthias, you do see the open door for the other room has a enormous bed, the biggest bed that you've probably ever seen in your life in that particular room.
That's like one of those big bouncy things, you know, the what they're called, trap pet. I don't know. I see yeah, that's it. I see a circus have it once. I go charging in there with feathers.
Oh, careful! Don't bump your head on the headboard.
And you can bounce and bounce to your heart's desire as the two of you finish that. Back to Gwen for a moment. So Neriad, Meena, and Zaunder, you're almost back to the bar. There is a little tink, tink, tink on the window outside your room. Gwendolyn.
I have my hand on my knife.
Uh-huh.
And see if if they were looking in through the window, could they see me?
Yes.
Okay. So I just look then.
As you sort of peer and side-eye through, there is a familiar kind of strange bluish creature sort of holding onto the window. It's still fairly light outside. It's now approaching probably 5 p.m. or so. It is starting to get towards evening, but you can kind of see like these little suction cups like right up against the window and a face peer through.
Ugh, all right, put the knife away. I go, open the window. Scrum, what the fuck do you want?
This is your payment. And he takes 2 sacks from his side and launches them into your room, and they hit with a thud, and you see this white little poof of something.
How big are they?
They are knapsack size. They're not like huge barrels or whatever, but this is a lot of sugar. Probably 20-pound bags.
Holy shit.
And these 2 20-pound bags of sugar, he plops them both in. I have more only for purchase. Ah, good work.
Sure. Thanks. Where do you sell it from, and how much do you charge?
We will talk later. He closes the window, kind of shoves it down himself, and you hear as he sort of moves.
I lock it
off the side there, and you've got 2 large sacks of sugar to your inventory.
That's very good. That's
All these
very
people
good.
I've been telling that we have booze. I haven't been lying to. That's good.
Here's the thing: how long does it take to make fucking alcohol? Because I don't think it's just like a overnight.
Finn, you is anyone? So as you guys come back to the bar, let's actually play that scene out first. Sorry, hold off, Finn. So Zaunder, Neriad, and Meena, you are able to make your way back to the Fowler's Inn. You can see it's actually kind of abandoned. The girls went to bed after they did their thing, and so it's pretty quiet downstairs. Nobody inside.
Hey guys, I got something that I want to tell everyone, so we have to gather everybody together.
Right now?
Well, when we sleep, maybe in the morning. Everybody seems pretty hurt, so let's have a nap, maybe.
Meena, alcohol seems to put you in a good mood. Do you need any of that?
Yes. Do we have some here?
Are we talking like Meena or Mandy here?
Hush you.
Zaunder roots around to see if he can find any just like a bottle of something.
You guys have quite a bit of we're not there. You have quite a bit of wine and beer. You bought a month's worth of supply, so you don't have any liquor because that's pretty hard to get. But you do indeed have wine and beer.
So whiskey only takes about 2 to 3 days to ferment, just so we all know. Go back.
I have done so much ridiculous research on how to make this shit, so I hope you guys are fucking happy.
He pours her a glass of wine.
The cosplay, yeah.
Meena looks at the glass that Zaunder has held out to her and takes the bottle from him instead.
Zaunder shrugs and drinks the glass.
Do I hear them come in?
Yeah, I think there's not really the creaky old floorboards and everything. If you're listening for it and not sleeping, you're good to go.
Yeah, I grab both bags. No, I grab 1 bag of sugar. I hide the other one under a floorboard in my room. And I go downstairs and I see them all at the table, and I make sure the bag's, tied tightly so none of it falls out, but I throw it on the table in front of Meena.
Doom. Giant sack of sugar lands.
Meena, you wanted to make that moonshine, right?
Guess so.
You can start with that. Open it.
What is it, Gwendolyn? Can you just tell me what it is instead of playing stupid games of making me open things? You could just tell me instead.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! You need to have a fucking drink already. It's sugar, you asshole. Thought you'd be excited, considering you were going on and 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 on about it.
She's in a bad mood. Please.
I've fucking noticed. She's always in a bad mood. What's your point?
What do you mean I'm always in a bad mood, Gwendolyn?
She's really not always in a bad mood. She's really in a bad mood right now.
Well,
thank you for the sugar, Gwendolyn.
There's nothing that drinking won't fix. I'll go grab some beers. We need more alcohol. And I'm just gonna go behind the bar and grab another bottle of wine and some more flagons and just fucking plop them on the table.
This is really the reason you wanted a bar. That you
oh
wanted
yes,
to own a
we
bar,
can drink
so
for free. Yeah.
Go and grab a bottle if you want to.
How did you know? Yeah, and I'll just fucking kick back, boots on the table. No, I don't wear boots. Feet on the table. Drinking a beer.
Meena's got her bottle. She's sipping out of it. Which I imagine would look like this in her hands because she's so big. Just a small, a full wine bottle just looks like a beer bottle to her.
Whereas a full wine bottle looks like this fucking massive thing to me.
So as you all, I think, maybe take a moment to get yourselves liquored up a bit as trying to break this tension in the room, we will cut back.
We're just silently drinking because that's way more uncomfortable.
We will cut back to Finn and Matthias. Finn, as you kind of take a moment with these weird little gems in your hand and examine them a bit, it's going to take you some time to understand their abilities, but you can focus on it and figure that out whenever you'd like.
Okay. All right. Matthias, could you stop jumping out the bed? You're gonna make it lose all its springs. There are springs in beds right now. That's a thing that we have now. Springs that are mechanical.
Well, I'm getting a bit tired, and I know Feathers is cracking a bit, and I'll get off.
What time is it?
5:30.
Great, Matthias. I've got a weird idea.
What, you want to do somersaults as well? I'm going to try and practice for that.
Yeah, all right. Go ahead, show me.
I'm going to try a somersault.
That's a yes and, all right. Yep. Give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, I rolled a 7. That's 15, though.
Oh, damn.
Yeah,
shit.
so it's not like a standing back tuck. You do kind of fall on your bum just a little bit on the bed, but the bed cushions the fall. But you
I'm going to do that.
Little backflip from Matthias. Thunk.
Wow. A spry little fella, are you? I would like to go to the market. Is that all right with you? You want to stay here? Or do you want to come with?
Oh, no, I think it'd be a great idea that I go to the market as well.
All right. Come on, Feathers. I don't really need to carry you anymore, I suppose. You can stay here if you like. No matter.
All right.
I guess I'll hoist Feathers up. I'm too used to it, and I'll put him in my hood.
To get to the market, typically,
if the market's open,
you would. It'll be open. Yeah, it's not that too late. To get to the market, typically, you would need to walk past the front of the bar, unless you're trying to avoid it. So it's up to you.
No.
Okay. You do walk past the windows of the bar, and as you're all drinking, can I get perception checks from Zaunder, Neriad, and Meena? And
Hey,
Gwen.
What the fuck?
And Gwen. Sorry, I forgot those are 4 now.
Finn has 1 hit point, so Finn is limping. Finn is limping heavily.
18.
17.
19.
All right. Yeah, I think that's pretty good. You all see a sort of limping halfling. Did you put on your shirt?
No. Why?
Okay, you're just shirtless. Yep. A shirtless
I'm in my
halfling
element.
boy limping with a little tuft of gray hair kind of go by the window for a moment as you're all sitting there drinking.
How far away is he from me?
I'm right outside.
Yeah,
Like right outside the window. Okay,
yeah,
so
probably 30 feet or so.
So I'm drinking, and as I see him walk past, I'm just gonna toss a healing word on him.
Okay.
But I'm not gonna say anything other than the verbal component of healing word.
Okay. So Finn, as you walk by,
Yay!
like stumbling down the street, suddenly you feel the warmth of Selyune wash over you. Don't really know where it came from. Maybe it was part of this vision that you just had, and then suddenly your limp kind of steadies and you feel a little bit better. How much healing is that? 9 healing.
Can I get up and just like peek out the window, or peek out the door,
Mm-hmm.
and be like,
Come on, Matthias. Stop trying to do somersault. Hi.
"Hi, what are you doing?
I'm just going to the market. I'll be back.
For what?
Just some things.
A new shirt.
What
We're going to
things?
go get him a new shirt.
That's such bullshit. Finney doesn't wear shirts."
Right, a new shirt.
Oh, that's why I thought you were leaving without one.
No, I don't like shirts. Shirts, like, they constrict the movement and everything. Also, it's nice to show off my pecs every once in a while.
Oh, Finney, what effects? What?
I'm ripped. Gwen, just trust me. Be nice.
Hurry
If
back.
I'm
I've got something for you when you get back. All right?
All right.
And I'll go back inside.
All right. Come on, Matthias. Don't steal from anyone this time.
I never steal from anyone.
All right. I wasn't really talking to you.
He steals from people.
I was talking to the mage hand.
It does seem to float around
That
behind
fucking
you.
mage hand can.
The closest market, unless you're looking for something specialized, if you're just looking for like general goods.
Just for like food items.
Sure, yeah, so that would be basically the general market, which is in the Salt and Pepper District, just a little bit closer to the water.
Okay.
So you do manage to get there. There's a number of sellers of different goods, all of which have compelling backstories and all sorts of voices as NPCs. So please.
Oh, really? Your daughter went missing? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I wish someone could help you with that.
Hey, it's such a crazy thing, but it's not important. What can I sell you?
It's
a
me, the shop teller.
You said it's all for sugar cubes. Oh, I wish we had some right now.
Wouldn't that be great? The more sugar I would have this too. Yes,
I had one. I had one.
Like a dog over here. He's very curious about sugar.
Careful what you say. That's in the world now.
It sent me a little bit doolally, that one. When I ate that sugar. How many sleight of hand rolls do you want me to make?
My fucking.
Go ahead and make one. Let's just do one. Yep.
Or is it?
Ooh, natural 20. 28.
Okay. Your mage hand is capable.
Comes back with a bank.
The whole vault.
18 gold pieces from a pretty wealthy merchant who seems to be selling like very special letters and papers and other sorts of accoutrements, inks and things.
I'm sure I'll end up giving that
Very
away at one
pompous
point.
looking. He wears a very bright pink vest over his slim half-elven body.
He makes sure that you know that's not pink, it's salmon.
Does my mage hand tell me who he stole that from?
Right, it's pink. Right.
Oh, he looks a bit fancy.
Did you need anything else, Master?
He called me master.
Oh, you thought I was who are you talking to?
I thought you were all coming. I'm very distracted. I hope no one picks my pocket at this time.
And then there's that interaction.
All right,
Book it. This is golden stuff I'm giving you all today. Okay. So what things would you like to buy?
I'm in the market for bread flour, dry yeast, some salt, tomatoes, and cheese.
Okay. I'm gonna total. How much of that do you want to get? How long of a stock do you want?
Only for like the smallest amount that I'm looking for like
These are
a meal.
Testing out supplies. Got
Yeah.
it. Okay. You could probably do all of that stuff and you have a little bit of leftovers. It's probably the cheapest amount that you can get, but at least let you try this like 3 or 4 times. So I'd put that at about 4 gold.
Okay, that's
for those supplies.
I'm gonna look for like a new shirt for Finnegan.
Okay. The only shirts that you find in this particular area are very basic. You'd have to go over to the other side of the river to get to the actual textiles part of what's going on. But you can certainly get him like a white blouse if you'd like.
Yeah.
Or some sort of.
That's perfect.
Yep, and that'll be 1 gold piece for that.
Actually,
Told
could I
you.
look for something else as well? Is
Okay.
there like a basic jeweler? Not like anything fancy.
other part of the city. There would not be any jewelers in this particular district. You'd have to go further.
All right. Oh, I also need wood. Is that? Can I get that here?
Yeah, you can get like for fireplaces and stuff, or for
yeah. No, for fireplace.
Fireplace wood would be in this area. Yeah, so you could get that as well. Probably wheelbarrows worth of that for another 2 gold.
Okay, this would have gone horribly wrong if I bought all this stuff and did not have a way to heat it up.
Stealing all their things. This new thing that you've got here. Okay, cool. Anything else?
No, I think that's it. Matthias, did you need anything else? What do you have?
We need new pillows. I bought you a new shirt. I don't know if it fits though. I don't know. I think you should roll something random.
All right, yeah. I'll try it on.
Let me see.
I survived my trip to Port Zane, and all I got was this shirt.
It does fit, Finn. It is extraordinarily tight.
On the front says wanted.
You could, you feel that if you flexed a little too hard, you might bust out of it.
Oh, it looks perfect.
Does Finn have any chest hair?
Right. No, of course not.
I just was checking because it would certainly be exposed at this point, but I just wanted to know.
Absolutely not.
Are your face is going a bit blue. Are you okay?
Oh, I love it. Thanks.
Let's go with it.
Is there anything else?
I'm going to take it off right now just so I don't get it dirty on the way back. Is that right?
Oh, of course, yeah. You must be hot. I'm going to look for some pillows next for our beds.
Behind you, Finn, you see a very svelte young man, probably in his mid-20s, human, a little taller than you, probably 5'5" or something, smoking a cigarette and looking at you, and sort of says, "How much for the show, buddy?"
I put my shirt back on.
On or off, fine either way.
Not for sale. Bye. And I'll walk away wherever Matthias went. I'm going, not looking back. I'll look back 3 times, and then I'll.
You didn't even get his name. You didn't even get his name.
Was he hot? Was he hot, Zach?
I mean,
said svelte.
It is up to Finnegan, but he was
Nice.
a pretty muscly guy. Did not seem to be selling anything, more of like supplier. So he lifts a lot during the day. And
Yeah, he does.
He has a bit of a 5 o'clock shadow going on. Yeah.
You're muted, Sam. I wish I knew what you just said.
No, it's not worth unmuting for.
And the very last moment, you sort of see that little wave, and he flicks his cigarette and sort of like puts it out with his shoe.
Oh, if I catch the wave, I'll wave
lifting
back
random things.
He just picks up a box and is making
You
really
even
intense
lift,
eye
bro.
contact as he looks. Oh my god.
All right, you guys going back to the
So
inn?
good.
Right, what were we doing? I got distracted. Did you get those pillows or whatever you wanted?
We got, well, these ones are duck feathers, so I don't think that's probably right. That we shouldn't probably buy them ones because it's a bit offensive.
Why? They're not corpses. They're just feathers.
Oh.
That's like if you got a haircut.
Okay. I'll have 10 pillows. We need lots of pillows.
10 duck corpses, please.
Pillows are pretty expensive. Those are going to be like 2 gold each. So if you want 10 pillows, it's 20 gold.
All right, I'll throw 10 gold.
Happening?
I'll throw 10 gold in. We can make Matthias, we can make a pillow
You
fort
have
later.
like this wheelbarrow filled of some fireplace wood, and stacked on top are these pillows. 2 of which are going to be filled with splinters, because of the way that they're packaged right now. You have
So 10
another
gold,
like
yeah?
giant tote bag, filled with all of your bakery supplies, and
I told you I'd spend it on shit. I'm back down to what I was.
there it is. We've utilized this vibrant market filled with backstories and all this stuff, just the way Party Fell would.
I'll walk my way back to the Hot and Crusty.
Okay. Hot and Crusty Bakery does open for you.
Matthias, go and put this stuff here, and I'll Matthias, if you could help me unload this shit, and then you can do whatever the fuck you want later. I don't give a fuck. I'll place everything out, and hands to head, close my eyes, and start thinking for a moment, and I'm gonna start working. It's gonna take 2 hours.
Okay.
2 hours and some change.
2 hours and some change. So you probably get back after this trip after about an hour. So we'll call that 6, and then you'll be ready by 8 o'clock when it is going to be nice and dark outside. If that's what you need to do.
Yes, Matthias, could you let them know that hopefully dinner will be almost ready, like an hour or two.
What are we having? I can't smell nothing yet.
I don't know.
So, okay, I'll go and tell him something. I'll go and tell him what
All right, Matthias, you scurry over to the inn. I need Constitution saving throws from all of my drinkers. I don't know if all 4 of you are drinking or not, but I just want to know.
Fuck yeah, we are. Let's go.
How we do it.
I think
that's really good.
I think I probably drank one drink, and then at the end of it went, and then just put it down on the table, and it didn't have any more.
Oh, someone's got to clip that, please. Clip that.
Yeah, there's our next gift. Very good. Thank you.
Nice,
thank
I can
you.
do that.
Earlier when we were drinking.
Meena got a nat 20.
So
I inexplicably
disappointed in
always
herself.
roll really well on fucking drink checks. I got an 18.
Okay. Zaunder.
22.
22. Yeah, you guys, it's been such a hard day. You're very tired, but you're trying to get that nice buzz on, and it's just not clicking. And you go back and fill up the tankards again, maybe grab another bottle of wine, and you can all try again over the next bit. But, Matthias, you do scurry in at this point, and you see all your friends sitting around the table, awkwardly, silently chugging their drinks, other than Neriad, who's making bizarre faces and now waves at you.
Hello. I'm glad to see you made it back.
Oh yes, it was good. Yeah, we me and Finn robbed the bakery. Well, we didn't really rob it. But I've got a new bedroom. I'm sorry, Zaunder, I can't spend the same bedroom as you. You're still my best friend, though. For dinner, we're gonna have we're having pillows, cheese, and I think he said flour. Well, we've got some dinner in a couple of hours.
Oh, that would be lovely.
You robbed a bakery?
Well, we were robbing it, and then Finn said he bought it.
You know what?
Oh, really? Oh.
So now I've got a bedroom.
And he's just over there?
Well, it's only next door.
Oh, all right.
You know what? I respect... I'm sorry. Please
No.
continue.
No. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Wait, I just... Oh.
He's just trying to do his song, and I keep cockblocking him. It's so good.
Amazing. Okay.
I'm gonna
Zaunder angrily tunes his Vajon Do.
Very good.
Nice.
Yep. Excellent.
I'm just feeding Proton a small amount of sugar. So Proton, the little lizard, is on my arm, and I'm just kind of putting tiny pieces of sugar on my... Yeah, you probably noticed now, Matthias.
Yeah, there's definitely. If Neriad opened that bag and crawled in and pulled some sugar out, it is that lovely kind of nasally, powdery thing that you can smell and feel with sugar around. Like when you're in a beignet shop and the powdered sugar clouds or whatever. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh baby. Anyway,
And
that's what you're sensing here.
Damn, can I go get some fucking I made some shit for Thanksgiving this weekend. Can I go? Because I'm craving some baked goods. Oh my god.
All about the food here on Party Foul. Any other, you got
Neriad.
presumably a couple hours before this dinner's done. Any other talks or things that are happening?
Is that the hard stuff? Is that the sugar?
Oh, yeah.
Is that the hard stuff? Is that what you were just about to say?
Oh, we're gonna turn it into alcohol, though. You can have a little bit.
I'll take a little.
Do I still have the little pouch, by the way, that what's his name gave me? Also,
Take it with my little mouse hands.
Sorry, what do you mean by the little pouch?
he gave us a little pouch initially.
Oh yes, there is indeed. And that one I believe had sugar cubes in it, which this is raw. He does not cube this.
Cane sugar.
I probably pinch enough that you have a full hand.
But they're little tiny mouse hands.
Yeah, because you have tiny mouse hands.
So it's like a teaspoon.
Yeah.
And I start trying to lick it. Is this right, or do I sniff it, or?
The moment your tongue hits it, you know it's right. it is everything you ever wanted. It is sweet. It is a little bit sassy in your mouth. It is wonderful.
Sassy.
Wonderful.
Oh, okay.
I need to go share this. I'm going to go back to Finn. And I'll say, don't remember, we got dinner. There's like pillows and cheese and stuff. And I'll go back to the bakery.
Okay.
I wanted to go upstairs and grab the sugar from upstairs.
Okay.
And bring it downstairs and start to walk out. And on my way out, I'll just be like, by the way, can you make sure not to give Matthias any of that? He gets kind of weird if you give him sugar. So, I was just gonna.
No problem, boss.
A triple backflip, double flip into the bakery.
Okay. Yep.
I'm just gonna save the little pouch, just so everyone knows. I'm gonna save the little pouch of sugar cubes just as treats for Matthias, so he doesn't go fucking running off.
This is his version of
most barbarians like say, "I want to rage." You know, you just give fucking Matthias a sugar cube.
Amazing.
Oh, Finn, look what I've got! And I've got sugar.
The bakery, a mess, just destroyed, just powder everywhere. I'm covered in
realistic.
Can you make me a intelligence check? I don't think you have any skills that would help this at this point, correct? Nothing in your background or anything gives you extra.
Do you have proficiency in
stuff?
any tools?
Navigators.
Yeah, I think that you're just going to make a straight
You wouldn't
up
lose any
intelligence
baking
check here.
utensils.
You're really close to your
I tell
camera.
you what, I'll let you do intelligence plus charisma modifiers for this particular check because I think maybe you've got a little panache going on in your first little.
He makes it look really good, which makes it taste better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I mean it's plate appeal is a thing. So.
It's very true. All right, what's the total on that roll?
Oi, 16.
It's amazing how happy they get for these rolls. So with a 16 total, yeah, the first one comes out. It is a little charred, but the cheese is melty, and the sort of tomato-ish paste that I think we're going for from what you and I had discussed, is kind of like seated beneath the cheese. It's held up together in a way that looks pretty good. Yeah.
You made pizza.
And I'll pull it. I'll pull it out. No, you don't know. You're not there. You don't know. I
was.
It needs some of this special ingredients.
What is it? Sugar.
It needs some herbs, is what it needs.
There's so much of it. It's like it's pretty. Like it's. I said, in my hands, it's like a big pile.
I'll have to try sugar soon, and I'll try it. Spit it out. Make another one, boys.
Okay, all right. Yeah, it was not up to the chef's standard, but you do hear a knock at your door.
Matthias, get the door, please.
Oh. I look at the door. I'm going to get my towel and try to whip it around the door to try and open it.
I forgot your hands are full.
His hands are just filled with sugar right now, but it does. That works.
And he's sitting there just licking the sugar.
A bizarre tail opening with Matthias sort of going to town on this white powder.
If I see that it's Gwen.
Kneading dough, by the way.
This place is a mess. Feathers is just walking around.
Yeah, he's walking on the
Matthias
dough.
is standing off to the corner, be like.
If I see that it's Gwen at the door, as soon as he sees it's Gwen, he's gonna like stick it up, so she can't take it off of him.
Okay. Yep. That's what you walk into, Gwendolyn.
I'm not even gonna fucking touch whatever the fuck's happening over there. Finnegan!
Hi!
You said you'd come by.
Hi.
I did.
Taking a long time.
Oh, it's almost done. I think.
Is it? Is it not that one? I'll point to the burned one on the counter.
I'll turn it in the oven again. Now it's almost done. In about, you don't have watches. In about 5 minutes.
Okay.
There are pocket watches. Probably.
I'm not rich enough to have a pocket watch.
Fair. I thought you might want this for your little bakery here.
Is that
Please
sugar?
put it somewhere where Matthias doesn't know where it is. It's fucking weird. Matthias, I have a special little store for you that you can have. But I'm gonna control it because you get weird. And I just kind of reach into the little satchel on my side and I pull out one of the sugar cubes and go, and then I put it back.
And I make a mental note of what pocket she put that in.
Okay. All right.
Good luck trying to fucking pickpocket her, man. She is always looking out for that. Do you even know her?
Somewhere Pavlov is ready.
Yeah.
Thanks.
It's about 10 pounds, so you can make a lot with it.
We're gonna make a lot of weird shit with this. Thanks, Gwen.
We could
Yeah,
eat it.
You can also make some normal shit because people also
would
like
I-
that.
Why would a Flanagan ever do that?
And I
That's-
put it into my satchel.
Yeah, well,
Fair.
I'm a Flanagan now.
Nope.
To be clear, Finn, it does not. I mean, it is a sack. You can't put it in your sack.
Oh, it's a big old fucking.
It's a fucking
pounds of sugar.
I don't really have a store.
I mean,
Or
I can
sorry.
hold on to it for you if you want.
We can
but-
keep it in my bedroom. It's not.
Nope.
I've got
No.
nothing in there at the moment,
All
apart
right,
from
that
about
sounds-
500 pillows.
Then again, we're not. If you give that sugar to Matthias, you're not gonna have any sugar.
After watching you play The Sims, I'm just realizing how this has just become The Sims.
Which part? Which part do you mean?
Oh my god.
We have like little need meters and diamonds.
Yeah, like they're happy, they're talking about food, he's wants sugar, he's gotta go to the bathroom, on the other side they're drinking together. It's The Sims. Alright.
That's because Sims reflects life, man. I don't know what to tell you.
Indeed
Life
it is.
imitates art.
No,
That's how,
okay.
that's how it goes. I'll put it back here. Maybe no one will. No, maybe someone will. Who cares? And I'll
Finnegan,
put
I
it-
can hold on to it for you if you want, or just.
I've already resigned to kicking it. Over there.
Right. Well, if you lose that,
I won't lose it.
Alright.
It's right over there. Which one was the one with the flower?
I'm gonna go drink with the others. Come over when you're done. All right.
All right, about 10 minutes. Shit! 20 minutes.
Make Mark one use off.
Okay, yep. So you continue your things. Go ahead and make another intelligence charisma check, this time with advantage, because you kind of did okay the first time. When you make your way back over, you start finishing more of your drink. Can I get another constitution saving throw from the drinkers to see how that's working?
17.
I stopped
17?
drinking after the first one.
23.
Okay.
20.
A lot of numbers coming at you.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Yeah, this is just not. Oh man, you're really ready for it. But you do feel the heaviness of taking through so much alcohol at this point. So the next roll will be with disadvantage if we get to that.
Nice. Let's
Uh,
fucking go.
Finnegan, you this one comes out a little better. It is kind of crusty. It does not char in any way. The cheese is melted pretty even. The sauce is a little spicier. Yeah, it's a little plain, but it is certainly like does it. It's more like mozzarella marinara than it is pizza, but it's pretty close.
Well, Flanagan, you fucking did it.
And I'll get the two. It serves two.
Okay.
Not like two people, but like it makes two each batch.
Yep.
So I will get those ready on. I didn't buy any fucking plates. I'll hold them.
right.
Finnegan's just burning his hands as he runs over. He's like,
I'm tossing it into the air. I'm like, wait a second, I might be onto something.
And that's how pizza was discovered. That is canon.
Wow.
All right. So, 10 minutes go by. You're able to finish one more round of drinks or take it with you. Or is Finn going there? I'm a little confused. Are you going over there?
Finn's heading over there.
So,
Okay, so is everyone here?
at this point, we'll say that coming from across the street with two pans with these weird flatbread, piping hot, kind of lovely smelling things is Finn as he sort of skirts through the door
We
and
doing
brings them
pizza
both
here?
in. And you are, at this point, all actually in the same room as Finn places them down.
hey!
What
did
is
it.
this?
I don't know. I sort of had a thing before as I was dying, listening to Matthias, and had like an idea.
This is amazing. Can I just like eat a slice?
Oh, yeah,
Oh my god.
sliced. Huh? I suppose I should slice it up. That might be easier.
Yes, I can't eat.
What
the
did you
entire
expect us?
thing.
Did you expect us to just
I can't
fucking eat
fold it out.
together off of that?
What?
Yeah, it's just.
What do we
roll
know?
it.
We're filling that together, all right? But give me a fucking knife. And I'll slice it.
I'll hand him a dagger.
Slice it in squares.
That's not the same dagger you use to kill people with, is it?
It's so
No,
stringy.
most certainly not.
You know, that reminds me of something.
Oh my god, here it goes.
Yes, a dagger. Now, question, are you all gonna mute or am I gonna?
Yeah, yeah.
I'm done.
All right, here we go. He's been so ready.
I really appreciate all the larcenous acts that you and Matthias performed for us, Gwen. In fact, this one goes out to the unsung heroes of the adventuring party, the thieves and assassins who do their best work from behind. This song is Well Hidden, or Crimes with a Knife. Another treasure chest or door that's locked and shut. The party calls my name to come open it up. Pretend to use my tools just for their peace of mind. But I looted the key when I stabbed that noble guy. The warlock casts his eldritch blasts. The paladin he smites. And I'm committing crimes with a knife. Fear of assassination's always in your thoughts. You bring a guard with you to use the chamber pot. You mess your trousers when you hear him hit the deck. He's breathing from a brand new hole put in his neck. The druid turns into a bear. The fighter, well, just fights. But I'm committing crimes with a knife. The wizard torches you to dust. The cleric says last rites. While I'm committing crimes with a knife. The bard sure likes to strum his lute. His tights are way too tight. I'm just committing crimes with a knife.
That's my best friend. That's my best friend up there.
Truly
That was incredible, Zaunder. You're getting really good with that.
Wow.
Yes, he is. My,
Wow.
my. The treat that is
really
Zaunder
easy to edit, too.
Dravain every week is truly wonderful. Not even a
Oh.
bard yet.
Oh
Holy
my
cow.
God.
You know, I have another story about that one. That was my first ever time at summer camp. That was our that was like our farewell song.
Crimes with a knife?
Like all these songs that you sing have this weird part of my life that you're tapping into every single time.
Nice.
My God. Beautiful.
So anyway, here's Wunderhall.
Anyway, here's what they're huddle. And then, hey there, Belial. All of these and more can be found on our next volume of Drow, That's What I Call Music. Coming soon to
Audio platforms
to an
near
audio
you.
platform near you.
SoundCloud.
Oh my God.
Drow Cloud.
Oh my
Recover from
God.
this. So the song is saying the what are you calling this thing, Finnegan?
Actually, I think I was gonna call it peace of mind, but that don't really make any sense. I think I'm just call it a saloon pie, a moon pie, because it looks like a pie.
A moon pie.
And the
Yeah.
very first moon pie is
I like it.
consumed by any that would have it as you
Right.
finish your drinks. And I will give anyone still drinking at this point a con check with disadvantage as you kind of.
Even
take
though we're
your
eating
time.
moon pie?
Even though you're eating the moon pie.
I'm playing my song.
actually
That doesn't
alcoholic.
count anymore, does it?
Just so everyone knows, the note that I just wrote down is pizza is moon pie. That's canon.
Oh, I'm gonna
So-
slip.
That is moon pie. That's canon. Very
I'll
good.
drink.
You're all in this little place now.
Oh, that was wonderful. You're getting quite good at that, you know.
Con check with disadvantage, huh? Here we
with
go.
Advantage.
Ooh, a 20 and a 2.
Oh, the
A
halfling
13.
dagger.
A halfling dagger, that
Mhm.
fucking 2, man. So that's a 3 total.
Okay.
6.
And Zaunder Adley was a 13. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, that one did it. Maybe it was the song. Maybe it's the pizza. But for
No,
whatever
the
reason.
what?
Sorry, excuse me, the moon pie. But for whatever reason, you have indeed finally felt that sloppiness. And a lot of that worry, a lot of the stress of the day does begin to fade away a bit. The sun is now finally cascading down in the sky as we approach the evening times. And as you finish the song, everyone takes their drink, feeling nice and warm and fuzzy. Nidril does come from behind the bar where he's been listening to all of this kind of creepily in the background, and he sort of says,
As he does.
I see that you like to celebrate the death of your brethren, Zaunder. I guess I should be used to that by now.
Celebrate what? I'm sorry?
The death of your brethren.
You're going to have to clarify for me. I don't speak crazy. What are you talking
Oh
about?
shit, Zaunder. That's actually something we should talk about.
What?
Sorry.
Do you know what he's talking about, Gwen?
Yeah. Theodore, was murdered.
What? What? What?
There's this morning or something.
Is this some sort of joke?
No. That's what I came back to today after that fun romp in the cave. I came back to the three of them crying their eyes out about.
Two of them cried. I don't cry.
Nidral, fuck off.
Shut up.
That's what I'm good at.
And he walks away.
Oh. Right. So there's that elf killer on the loose that we gotta find.
Elf killer. What kind of city is this?
Well, apparently a city that has a serial killer in it. We can look for it in the morning. But,
I don't know. I don't know why I feel this way. I didn't even think I liked Theodore. I mean,
well,
he used to help bully me. I mean,
sure, but
fight with me.
Zaunder, he's still someone you knew, and that's rough, and it hits close to home, and I'm sure that it is a little bit scary. And it's fine to feel
it's not
scared.
scary. I'm fine.
Zaunder.
He goes to get another drink.
Okay.
I'm not drunk enough for this shit. It's been too long since I felt this way, and I don't feel enough of it. So I'm gonna drink some more.
I'm very, very awake. I could go look for him. The killer.
No, Matthias, no. You're not going to look for that by yourself. You're gonna get arrested if you do. Because you're not even fucking supposed to be in this city. This is too much to think about. I'm too drunk for this. I just walk away.
But no one liked the moon pie?
Was that a yes?
Tastes great, Finny.
I love the moon pie.
Yeah, what's it taste like, Zach? Is it good?
Moon pie is good.
Yeah, again,
it's a classic Neapolitan pizza, except the basil.
Yeah, it's
Zaunder's like looking more
So
drunk, and he's just like eating a slice of it, and he's like, "This is really good moon pie."
it's a little plain, but other than
Yeah,
that,
it's
it is
pretty
quite
bland.
Yummy. It's quite yummy. It's baked pretty well.
Should have put the sugar on it.
Oh yeah, sugar could maybe make it rise quicker.
Yeah, now it tastes like cheesy sugar moon pie.
Why would you just put it straight on the cheese?
That's not what you
I kind of run out when Gwen come in the door. I thought she was going to take it away, so it's probably all over the bakery by now. I'm still finding a bit in my ear.
You do hear occasionally someone kind of pops their head in. Is this place open?
Oh,
could be.
We're selling moon pie.
No, we're not. We're not selling.
Oh, we're not
we
selling.
have one slice. We've actually. Wait. 1, 2, 3. I had 6. 5. Well, we have 2. I think I didn't number wise. We have 2.
I just want some drink.
You want some ale? 3 gold, you can drink as much as you like.
Oh shit!
And he pulls 3 gold out of his pocket and
Thank
slams
you.
it down and hops on in. This is a sort of dwarven fella that comes on in and starts to enjoy. Nidral starts to take care of him. Once again, Nidral, creepy as he is,
Oh, Nidral's so good at running his
hell of a
bar.
bartender. Hell of a bartender, actually. He's doing his job.
I give Nidral one of the gold pieces.
I don't. How do you? What?
Just hold on to it if you need to buy anything. Use that.
I just thought I was gonna get paid for real. It's
a tip. Calm down.
Why couldn't it have been you?
I'm gonna be up there on the table, like rubbing his back. Oh, there.
Also, Nidral, if you act weird about it, I'll take it back. No, just fucking take it.
Yeah. He slides it, puts it in his pouch, and sort of like looks at Zaunder and says, "I think the same about you." And he sort of walks back into the back. serving over the course of the next however long you guys want to spend doing this. You will get some more customers if you're opening it up.
Oh yeah, sure. I'm totally fine with that.
What's
And,
Meena
like,
doing?
same thing
Meena's been a
goes.
little quiet for a moment.
I was gonna
She's-
actually grab another flagon of ale and just slam it down in front of her.
Okay. What was
just-
Meena doing before that? Hold on, let's check in.
Quietly drinking.
Okay. So then Gwen walks up to you and slams a mug of ale next to you.
Meena,
What?
drink some more.
First the sugar, now the ale. Why are you being nice to me?
First of all, sugar benefits me. Second of all, the ale also benefits me. Because you get the stick out from under your ass. So drink it. And I fucking kick back some of mine as well.
Matthias
Which,
is
like, the
looking for a
size
stick.
comparison also, mine looks like this, and hers looks like this.
We gotta get the half.
She takes the thimble of her mug.
Yeah. We'll buy Mandy some like shot glasses and buy everybody else these flagons so we can all drink that.
I
way.
have a flagon somewhere. It's not big enough, though.
And I want to check in before you. I know you guys are gonna have the conversation. I want to check in with Neriad quickly. What are you doing during this whole thing?
I think if there's a whole bunch of activity, he's kind of just chilling there with Proton. Proton's jumping around all over him, also probably high off of sugar in some way. But he's kind of just waiting for everybody to sort of relax for a moment. He might even wait until morning to tell everybody about the possible creature. But yeah, I don't know. At this point, he's probably just sitting there watching everybody. He really enjoys watching the party be alive and active, sort of animated. So he's just.
So you're like a grandpa.
So he's like,
Yeah, exactly.
Like
Well, I will say,
is he like a creep
for,
or?
I like twisting
Creepy
my
grandpa.
Yeah.
for Grandpa Neriad, you do see as the crowd parts, it's starting to get a little crowded. You probably have, let's say, 9 or 10 customers at this point. Somebody marked down in party funds, 30 gold is what you are able to make over the course of the night.
I didn't realize I was unmuted and clickety-clacking into everyone's ears. My bad.
As the crowd parts, Neriad, and you're sitting in this back corner over here, you do see the familiar face of that young man in the lighthouse kind of order a drink, and he spots you, and he takes his little Wiki's hat off, and he comes and sits at the table right next to you. Oh,
Hey
you
there, how's it
invited me
going?
to this place. I thought I'd come on by. Yeah, turns out the old creep's got to sleep sometime, so I was able to get away.
What does this guy look like? He's not the green dork.
No, this is a
he's
much
the
younger
helper, right?
man. He has a mustache, very thick mustache. He's human looking. His features are a little bit pallid. He seems to not necessarily be a human that you've seen from this continent. There's something about his skin tone that's a little bit different than everything else. But for the most part, he just looks like a pretty handsome young fella. Clearly burly enough to be lifting these giant things up and down stairs all the time, but he does look particularly exhausted and tired as he kind of sets his hat down and stares at his ales for a second and looks at you.
Oh, well, it's good to see you. Welcome to Fowler's. You know, we don't have hard liquor right now, but soon I think we will, which will be great.
Soon
Well,
I
do you
hope I'm
like-
off this godforsaken continent, so I'd rather not even worry about it.
You don't like working at the lighthouse?
I was supposed to be there for 3 weeks. I get there, one of the last ships to make it through, whirlpool opens. Can't leave. How's that for luck? Huh?
Oh, well, you know...
And I kind of have been holding this info in my head for so long, and this guy is now talking to me. I'm just like,
I kind of know, maybe what's causing that whirlpool, we might be able to stop it.
and if any of the party's around, I'm saying this loud enough for you guys to hear probably as well.
You might hear the trailings off of this around. He says, tell me what you think's going on.
What? What?
Well, from the lighthouse, I could see that it doesn't look like a regular whirlpool. There's something moving in it. A large creature, perhaps, that's swirling around. We might be able to cast a spell on it, even a simple one, and just reveal it to see what it is. And then maybe kill it.
You telling me that this whole time some old man's just gonna go zippity zap and make that whirlpool go away? Come on.
I mean, zippity zap is actually the correct phrasing for what he does. If you're not careful, he'll shock the shit out of you.
Well.
Hmm.
I'm sure.
Would you like
I'm
to see
sure.
my friend Proton? And I will
Hold out the small lizard.
Oh, would you look at that? And he gets real close to it and sort of stares in.
I ain't seen something like you in quite some time, huh?
Proton kind of like sniffs him and nibbles at him a bit, and then kind of like runs back to you pretty quickly.
Animals never did like me too much.
I like to think that if he touched him at all, he got a tiny, tiny little shock. And everybody who touches Proton gets like a little tiny shock. It's not even noticeable.
It's like static
really.
electricity.
Yeah, it's just like a little tiny static electricity.
A shocking scritch, if you will.
Yeah, to play that out very particularly as he
That's
kind of
canon.
moved his finger towards him and sort of tried to, that little zap happened, he pulled his finger back, and that's when Proton kind of scrambled away a little.
Neriad scrambled away.
Cool thing there. Well, tell you what, I hope that you can fix this damn thing. You gonna just sail out there and try to take it on yourselves or something? Huh?
Oh, I
Yeah,
don't know.
something
We
like
usually
that.
just wing it. Yeah, we wing it most of the time.
Well, good luck.
And he sort
I
of
guess
sees a young
depends on
lady
how
on the
big
other
it
side
is.
of the bar. Yeah. Sees a young lady on the other side of the bar, and he says,
Maybe I can take advantage of my shore leave.
and he puts his hat back on and
Nice.
pulls his jacket and sort of moves over to the corner where there's a young lady.
When he's out of range of earshot, I just go,
Oh, not a chance.
All right, back to the Gwendolyn Meena scene.
She
Is that how you drink?
picks up the drink that Gwendolyn set down. You didn't poison this, did you? Spike it with something to make me fall asleep or something?
Meena, if I wanted to kill you, I'd just stab you in the fucking chest.
And if I wanted to kill you, I'd turn into a bear and rake your heart out, but I'm not.
I'd like to see you catch up.
You'd like to see me catch up?
Yeah, you can't catch me if you're a fucking bear.
I'm really fast as a bear. I don't think you understand.
So am I, Meena, and I don't have to be a bear.
Yeah, you don't have to be anything to be who you are. You could just be yourself and everybody likes you. It's fine.
That's such a fucking interesting take. I mean, I'm not disagreeing with you, but Meena, why are you such a bitch all the time?
What do you even mean? Why am I such a bitch all the time, Gwendolyn? Why are you such a bitch all the time? You're the one who's mean to me.
You really want to know why I don't like you, Meena?
Yes. No. Probably. I don't know. I've had too much to drink, and
I think you've had just the right amount to drink, because we wouldn't have this conversation sober. Why don't you tell me why you don't like me? Because I know you don't. And if I tell you first, you're not gonna tell me.
I don't not like you, Gwendolyn. I don't have a problem with you.
Really? Could have fooled me.
It's not that I have a problem with you, okay? It's that I want to fucking be you, all right? You know what you're doing. You're poised and you're confident, and people want to be around you. You have lovers and you have friends and colleagues and people work with you, and you can have anyone you want. And they'll just swoon over you, Gwendolyn. Even Zaunder's falling in love with you. So you know what, Gwendolyn? I'm jealous of you. I don't have a problem with you. I just want to be you.
Meena. Here's the thing. All right. I spent a long time. Grendy's gone. This is so good. I spent a long time. Sorry, hold on. All right. I spent a very long time learning how people work in order to get to the way that I am. And the thing that bugs me most about you is that you do this thing, right, where you're very naive, which is fine, because, you know, you don't know a lot, because you haven't experienced the world. And you take that naivety, though, and you take these morals that were taught to you by people for I don't know how long, and you operate from this like moral high ground that you have no foundation for being on, and it's really fucking annoying because you don't know what you're talking about, but you act like you do. And I think the worst thing is that you don't think for yourself. You've been indoctrinated by your fucking tribe or whatever the fuck. And they've told you how things are supposed to be. And even though you're out in the world and you're seeing that that's not the way things are, you stick to your guns for some unfathomable reason. And honestly, I just don't really like to be around people who don't have an original thought. You're a fine person, Meena. You don't need to be me. You need to be yourself. And you're not yourself. You're your tribe. That's my problem.
I've never... There is no Meena. We don't have names in our tribe.
Are you not sitting right fucking in front of me?
All I am is the moon blessed, and all I'm supposed to do is save everything, and I don't want to do that.
Then fucking don't. You're not there anymore. They can't control you.
But if I don't, then everybody dies.
Well, alright. Here's the thing. Okay, you want to help your family, which is fine. But just because you're helping them doesn't mean you have to like them. You can figure out a solution for their problem while still living your own life. You don't have to dedicate all of your time to them. It's fucking pointless anyway. Find some people that you like to be around and stick around them. Or don't. Fucking go be off in the forest for the rest of your life and fucking praise the moon or whatever you want. I don't fucking know what you do.
What do you think I am, Neriad?
I don't know. But hey,
She's much too tall.
She is much too tall for you, Neriad. I have an idea for you. We should probably do it when we're more sober. But I have something that I think might help.
What is it?
It's a surprise. You gotta trust me.
You have spent the last 2+ weeks being mean to me and talking down to me and calling me a cow, and now you give me sugar and ale and tell me that I need to trust you.
Yep. What's your point?
Doesn't seem very logical, Gwendolyn.
Listen, it takes a lot of effort to, fucking, butt heads with you all the time, and I'm kind of fucking tired of it. Obviously, Finnegan likes you, so you're gonna stick around for however long, unless you fucking go walk off into the sea again, which, like, whatever. But, might as well make it tolerable while you're here. You might actually turn into a person that isn't the worst to be around.
I'd like to say the same for you, but I don't know if I can.
That's fair. I'm not very nice to you, Meena, and I'm not trying to be. This is me trying to be nice. So, like...
Yeah, you suck at being nice. You really do.
Well, I'm not trying to fucking steal from you or get into your pants, so, yeah.
Yeah, and you also didn't tell Zaunder that his friend or whatever had died, and...
To be perfectly frank, I forgot. Because I don't like to think about things that are heavy. I went upstairs.
Must be nice to be able to live life without having any sort of responsibility clouds hanging over you, doesn't it?
You'd think that, wouldn't you, Meena?
I do think that. That's why I said it, Gwendolyn.
I know.
I think... thoughts are a little cloudy right now, but yeah.
Yep, that'll happen. But you like it, right? Isn't it fun?
What? Fun? Having thoughts?
No, the drinking.
Well, I've had drinks and I don't feel as pained as I did before. It doesn't hurt as bad. I almost died because of you today, Gwendolyn.
You did not die because of me. I did not drag you into there. You went in there because of your fucking self, and I saved your life, you asshole. So get off of my back. I'm the reason that they stopped fucking stabbing you. You'd be dead without me.
I don't believe you.
Not
But
lying
I was
to you,
dead at the
Meena.
time, so I don't really know.
There you
guys
go.
did kill the
Fucking.
giant minotaur thing. It was quite impressive.
Technically, that was mostly Matthias. It was really the guards who had the knives to your back that I was like, maybe don't. And then.
I killed that big cow thing. I can't seem to find this thing. Matthias has been
So have
looking
we all been listening
around.
to this?
I mean, like, I was just like I was talking to her specifically. If other people were listening, I don't give a shit.
Matthias has been listening, but he's been busy looking under Mina's chair and around it and stuff like that.
I assumed I was not listening.
No, I was.
Matthias is scurrying around.
Looking,
Under
looking
Mina's
underneath it, like sort of like moving around the waist, trying to move around the waist slightly.
Matthias, what are you doing?
I've been looking for that stick. Gwendolyn said there was a stick under your bum.
Matthias. She didn't say it was under my bum. She said it was up my bum, and that was her insulting me.
I'm not sure I can look up there.
I would prefer if you don't, actually, Matthias. Please and thank you. Do not do that.
Oh, Meena, you might enjoy it.
My oh my, where have we gone?
I've seen it in like veterinary
just
documents.
Gwen, real life, real life,
Mina's
in game, in
best
character. Is that chuckle?
Finnegan, the one not listening to this conversation, you do notice that the sailor type fella that came in is chatting up a young tiefling woman over at the table.
That's our killer called it.
Definitely, yep. That's
All
the way
right.
I do things.
Oh, I'm sensing a Zaunder. Look over there. I'm sensing a plot hook over there.
A what? A what hook?
Sorry.
I know this is a port town, so I'm sure there are lots of fishermen with hooks, but
So many hooks, and we have to go after all of them, don't we?
You said there were a lot of people in here.
There's
You said
quite a
like
few at this point,
9.
maybe 9 or 10 total. But the one that stands out to you is this like very intimate conversation happening between the person that Neriad was speaking to and this lovely young tiefling woman.
You say intimate. Is it sexual in context, or is it
They are sitting very
aggressive?
close to each other. Their legs seem to be touching, maybe beneath the table. There's a lot of leaning in. There's a lot of ordering of new drinks that Neriad will bring over. Based on your
Neriad?
drink. Not Neriad, sorry.
There you
Nidral
go.
will bring over.
Enjoy.
Nidral will bring over based on your all-you-can-drink kind of thing. A little bit of snacks
Okay.
that they're having, laughter and stuff like that.
All right. Do I know in Port Zane if is prostitution like a thing that is illegal?
It is. Yep.
Cool. All right. All right. I mean, this is no brainer. This is not my bar. But I'm compelled. I'll just say I'll telepathically speak to Gwen. Because we're in the same room. Hi Gwen. Possible prostitution. On the left or right. Just thought you should know that you've got going on in your bar or anything.
We've
Anyways.
got an old PP situation.
And again, do you think they're going to do the thing?
What?
I look over.
You think who's gonna do the what?
Do I recognize the tiefling?
You do.
Nice.
The two of them at the table over there. Do you think they're going to do the? No.
I get up
Gwen
from the
and
table.
Meena? No.
No. Ew. What? Ew. No.
Lost it.
Oh, you mean them over
The
there?
woman with the horns, the pretty one, and the other guy.
Oh, are you
Think they're
thinking
going
about?
to do?
Are you thinking about them doing that?
No, I wasn't. I mean, I'm not.
It's all right if you are.
No.
We all get to that sort of age. All right.
No.
And Finn, at this point, you do notice, of course, the other side of the room, kind of looking away from Zaunder for a moment. There is that young man who smoking a cigarette earlier, drinking and kind of staring at you a bit.
Staring at me?
Yes.
Zach, I should ask. Wasn't there mention of the male drow being in heat at some point not too long ago?
Yes, there was.
Is that still going on?
Yes, it is.
Oh yeah, it is. Oh yeah, it is.
You notice that Zaunder is still staring at them like.
Yeah.
I tap the table. with Meena, and I'm like, I'll be right back. I walk over to that wonderful tiefling woman. And as I approach, I say the worst line in the entire world, which is, "Oh, hey, you walk into my bar? Is it fate or like no? It must be destiny."
Well, I'll be. Hey, baby.
How you doing, love?
You notice at this point, Destiny looks a little different than you saw her last. Funny enough, you remember her being a little older and quite voluptuous.
I think it was thick with 3 C's was how I described her.
You described it. She is a little more petite. You can still recognize her. It still looks like Destiny, but her body is not the same as you once saw it. She is a lot more petite, younger looking as well. Red eyes, purple skin, the horns, and you notice that Ephraim looks up at you and says, "Sorry, I didn't mean to do anything improper here. I just was trying to have a lovely chat with this beautiful."
No, you're fine. She's we're just old friends.
Friends is one word for it.
It certainly is.
Excuse me for a moment, baby. And she puts her hand on his hand and scoots down the table, and we'll talk to you. We check back with Fend. Are you making any move toward or?
Yeah. As soon as I saw them, I turn in my chair. Zaunder, be cool. Zaunder, don't look.
I'm fine.
Be cool.
Okay.
Don't even blink. Don't even breathe.
Feel something. Oh.
I'm a little bit confused.
Mother cheese, Lord.
You and me both.
You remember that?
Do you need a cuddle?
Remember that? That's the last thing I do kind of. That's the last thing I need from you.
I was talking to Zaunder, but I'm always happy to give you a cuddle.
No. Zaunder, Matthias, you remember that man?
Gwen said she could be my cuddle buddy before.
What? She said what?
I didn't. What?
Matthias, remember that man who waved at you and you waved back and I ran away at the market?
Oh yeah, I waved back at him. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, he's over here now.
Oh, that's nice of him to come by.
Don't look all at once. Don't look. He's right over there.
Oh, should I wave at him again?
No, don't wave. Don't wave.
Matthias, as you turn your head, you see the man sort of smile, and as Nidril walks up to him, he whispers something in Nidril's ear.
No.
I'm going to use this.
I'm
token
so
for now,
giddy.
Not the correct token to use. After a moment of awkward silence, Nidril does come over with another drink, and he sits it down in front of you, Finn, and he says, "That one says this is on him. It's all for free once they pay when they get in, so I don't really know how that system works, but he said to bring this to you."
Nidril, my sister owns the fucking bar. You don't have to worry about the prices.
I think that he doesn't know, and I think that the DM.
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Oh yeah. Okay,
it's all right.
Okay.
It's all right.
And Nidril's walks back and starts to help other people, brings new drinks out. Now we'll cut back to Gwen and Destiny.
What the fuck am I gonna do?
Fuck am I gonna do? I mean,
fuck are any of us gonna? Who the fuck is everyone gonna do? That's my question tonight.
I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do. I'm just copying what everyone else has said.
I don't see you around these parts too often there, Gwendolyn.
No, it's been a while. You look good. What happened to you?
Well, you know me. I don't like to stick to one particular thing for too long, baby.
Sure,
it's a little boring.
As you do. How's things been?
Slow. In fact, I only came down here because of a particularly unproductive day. I was stiffed by a couple clients, and you know that I don't like that kind of stiff, so I decided to drink away my sorrows, but this will be the last one for a while.
Why is that?
I can't afford it. People can't eat, they can't sleep, they sure as hell can't fuck, so...
Sure. Well, I should be fixing your problem. Hopefully soon, so...
Why, you gonna pay me for the night, or this man's gonna get a free one, I guess?
Oh,
you see him sort of looking, trying to get an eye
well,
here.
that's not what I meant, but you know I do like to take care of you. I was talking about the whirlpool.
Oh, that damn thing. Yes, well, clearly it's, some kind of problem. I suspect the city will be abandoned in the next 2 weeks if we don't get something done.
Don't worry, it won't take that long.
What was that, darling? You're slurring your words a bit.
I am a little bit drunk. It's fine. Here, take this, and I give her 10 gold.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's not for anything. just want you to take care of yourself. Make sure you and all the other ladies are staying pretty.
She pushes the gold back towards you. Gwendolyn Flanagan, you know that I only deal in quid pro quo. Now, you can give me that 10 gold, but you better tell me what it's for.
Listen, I've got a friend who I'm not saying I want you to do things with, but if you could help loosen her up a bit, it'd be really nice.
Can you be more specific, Gwendolyn? This is quite vague, and I know you're a little drunk, but I would like to know some details before I accept this money.
That's fair. Behind my shoulder, if you peek, there's a very tall woman.
The giant woman, yes, I believe it. We could see that, yes.
Sure, yeah, just hard to miss. She is someone who is very fascinated by the idea of procreation, but really only thinks of it in the sense of, like, you know, making babies and shit. Because, like, her family's all weird. And, I think that she could learn a thing or two from someone who knows more. And that is certainly not something I want. I'm not interested in that. But, you know. She's nice. It's pretty enough, I guess.
She, scratches her chest for a second. She looks at you. Tell her to, follow me out the door, and she will show her where to go. She gets up from the table. She
might be a little timid, just as an FYI.
That's never been a problem. And she,
I know.
She pats the young man on the head. Sorry, honey, gotta work tonight. She gives him a little kiss. What? No, come on. And she walks around the table. You feel
I'm like,
walks...
just like to the guy.
Okay.
When he leaves, I'll just be like, sorry, love, I think that they might be single. I'll just kind of like point to some other chick across the bar.
Yeah, it's not a lot of other women that you can see.
Not a lot of
particular
girls
bar
in
at
this
the time.
bar.
I'm aware. There's like one girl, there are 4 guys on her.
Yeah.
That's the one I point to.
Classic, just like life. You do see your brother blushing a crazy shade of red, head in his hands, huddled around with Zaunder, who also looks a bit queasy, and Matthias, who seems to be oblivious as normal, and Neriad in the background, just sort of watching everything, classically. But as this figure gets up from Gwen, Meena, you do see she sort of walks over to you. She puts her hand on your shoulder, and rubs your arm slightly, and then just keeps walking out the door.
What was that?
I wander back over. Meena.
Gwendolyn?
How you feeling?
Drunk and confused.
In a good way or in a bad way?
I feel drunk in a good way, but I'm starting to get a little... Ooh, Finn, is there more pizza? Wait, you didn't say
moon
pizza.
Pie?
You said
moon pie.
Moon pie. Is there more moon pie?
Weird pizza.
You do see one.
I'm not
slice
saying I'm gonna
left.
reject him or anything. I just don't really know I don't really know what I'm doing. Honestly, I've never really done that sort of thing before.
Finnegan, I need moon pie. I don't care what you're going through. Can you just at least just give me some crust or something? It sounds so good right now, Finnegan.
Yeah, there's one more. It's cold, but I can go get it away from here. And I'll run back to the bakery.
Shall I fire up the ovens? Oh, okay.
Is it bad if I'm thinking of that girl with the horns in Meena now?
What
are you thinking about?
The one who she touched my arm.
Yeah, she did touch your arm. You should go say hi to her. She's a friend of mine.
She might have robbed you then. She touched you. I get accused of that all the time.
Trust me, that's not what she did.
She's a friend of yours?
I think I like her. She's very nice.
Why would I go talk to her?
Because I think you might learn a thing or two from her. She's very sweet and very understanding, and someone who's more equipped to deal with your issues than I am.
What, like sweet like sugar?
Yeah.
You should definitely go get some sugar.
Yes, you should.
Okay, I think, but I'm hungry. I'm gonna follow, and I'm gonna go get the pizza from Finnegan first.
Yep, do that. Grab a slice, then go
Moon pie.
grab that moon pie.
Yeah, the moon pie. Why can't we call it pizza? I think that's a cooler name.
That doesn't even make any sense. What language
I don't know
is
what the
that?
fuck does pizza mean.
Definitely looks like a
Silly
moon
name.
pie.
Oh man. So
But-
you
Sounds
Oh,
like
sorry,
a
go
boob.
ahead.
I need a
Call
moon pie.
moon pies. That's like, it sounds like it should be like a cookie or something.
Well, when you make your own bakery, you go where the fuck you want.
I don't want to make a bakery, Finnegan. I don't even like baked goods.
I'm not even there.
Oh, right.
Totally goes up. I was gonna say, Finn, you pop that sort of like, you see the leftover one, the one you didn't like very much, and you kind of toss it back in the oven to get a little bit hotter once again, the one that you had not eaten, and you are able to melt the cheese in a couple minutes. Meena, you are walking outside for yon pizza and this, or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm gonna walk out and try to follow Finnegan to get some of the moon pie.
Yeah, you actually see him kind of coming out at this point with that like slightly warmed pizza slice at the
Oh,
front.
you're just meeting me out here in the alley with the moon pie.
Well, I was, Gwendolyn said that I should follow that person because she would be nice to me, and I was feeling really hungry, so I was hoping that I could get some moon pie, and if she's gonna be nice to me, then I thought that maybe I should bring her some moon pie because I should be nice to her too, because that's what you do when you're with people.
Okay, all right. I haven't had a drink and I'm a little too drunk for what you just said. You can have the moon pie, sure. Maybe just think about what you're gonna do before you do it.
Like what?
You're asking for an example of how to think before you do. All right.
I'm
so,
a little drunk right now, Finnegan. Thinking is thinking, and it's drinking and thinking, and then you drink and you think and you thunk, and you eat the moon pie, and then you're drunk.
Right. All right. Seems you got everything all handled then. Just a holler, I guess. We're in a big city. I won't be able to hear you. Just good luck. Go get him, Tiger.
Just yell.
I don't know what to do. I don't really know, honestly. Bye. I guess give her the moon pie or whatever. I'm gonna stay out here for a little bit, actually.
Hey, wait, Finnegan. Zaunder seems like he was having some like weird issues or something, and I don't know if like he seems like he really likes Gwendolyn, but Gwendolyn's kind of like a little weird to Zaunder. So I'm gonna give you some of this, and she's gonna reach into her bag.
What are you handing me? What are you handing me? What are you?
And she's going to hand him a piece of the Viagra, also known as fuckweed.
Yeah.
Can you okay, wait, hold on. And then she's gonna grab her herbalism kit out and she's going to grind it into a powder. Can you just put this into
raping us? Is that what's happening right now?
Put it into some drinks, and then I need you, because you said you hadn't drank anything yet. So would you be able to just like maybe write down what happened so that I can know, because I'm not gonna be there, and it could be really important for my family. And she's going to drop the powder into his hand.
You want me to drug my sister?
No, maybe. Could you do Zaunder and your sister?
So you want me to?
And then, actually, you know what?
Never do Zaunder. I would never.
And I'm gonna. So I've got some of the powder on my hands currently because I dropped it into his hand, and I'm going to drunkenly take my finger and shove it in his mouth so that he gets some of the powder.
Oh, a hard no.
Yeah, I think that's a contested
A hard resist.
something. Oh, wow. Yeah, so we'll call this, oh my god, call it a sleight of hand by Meena.
That's a terrible
and
thing for
I'll
to
give
call.
you acrobatics or athletics, Finn, whichever one you'd like.
All right, athletics.
You're fine. I got a 4.
This is so good. Roll a 2.
No, 12.
Okay. So yeah, you see this finger coming at you.
Stop! What are you doing?
Oh, I just.
You accidentally poke him in the eye.
Maybe
Ow!
you could test, but I guess if you if you take it, then you can't be the person who's recording the results of the test. I don't know, could you just do it for me? Could you please just help me
Help
test?
my sister get laid. Is that what you're asking me?
What? Get laid?
To be fair, Gwen does not need any help getting laid.
So,
all right.
Let me know when I can do it. Meanwhile, because.
Okay, yeah. How about
Right, fine.
this
Just go on and go. I'll
Yeah.
handle whatever the fuck you want me to do.
Meanwhile,
So Zaunder's been going nuts, right? Like he's trying to keep it together, but he's been in heat for a while and he's losing it.
Nice.
He's been doing his nut, has he?
Especially with the drinking.
Uh-huh.
Nice.
Okay. Okay. He takes a swig.
That man over there's really friendly. He keeps waving.
Then
Wait, which man, Matthias?
Him, he's really nice guy. I'm going to wave back at him again, and I'll wink to
Wait,
him.
what?
Gwen,
What? Yes.
I have a complaint.
Okay.
I have my my room is drafty.
Oh, it's drafty, yeah.
It's drafty and it's cold at night.
Uh-huh. Go on.
I've heard that a good solution to cold at night is body
Grendy's
heat.
actually getting red.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That is a good solution, normally.
I recall you saying something about being a cuddle buddy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very tired of the draft in that room, so.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, what's
Call it
funny
in
about
tonight.
my room is that there's no draft in there.
That's
Wouldn't you know that?
then for tonight, until we can get it fixed,
Mm-hmm.
I think I should.
Zaunder, it's really cute watching you try, but I'm just gonna cut to the point here because I'm tired of torturing you.
He's
Just go
cold.
upstairs. I'll meet you up in a minute.
Okay.
Oh,
Like a boy on Christmas.
He runs.
Runs up the
He
stairs.
runs up the stairs. Very good.
So good.
I could have given
alright,
him a
so-
cuddle.
Also, hold on, Matthias. is that man being friendly to you?
No, he was waving at Finn earlier, but he's a really nice
he's-
person.
He's waving at Finn. Has Finnegan come back in yet? Since
Absolutely fucking not.
Come on.
It's just
Standing.
I'm just
standing
here
in the
alone
doorway.
now.
To cut
Zaunder's
back for
gone.
just 1 second, Mandy, Meena, you do see this tiefling woman kind of leaning up against the side of the building, kind of looking at you. Once you've resolved everything with Finn, she sort of smiles and then walks confidently, not looking back for quite some time. Just want to check in on. Are you following?
Oh, hey. Do you want some moon pie?
She looks over her shoulder for a second. Bring it, baby. And she keeps moving down the.
I'm not a baby. I'm like 3 feet taller than you. Okay. And she's gonna follow with the pizza.
Okay. Now back to Matthias. Finn, you are left alone in the alleyway, doing whatever you want to do out there.
Are you going to go cuddle Zaunder? Because if you don't want to, I will. I
No,
feel
you
I
know,
should do it as
Matthias,
his best
actually,
friend.
No, you shouldn't come anywhere near the room that the two of us will be in. Actually, please. You know I don't like
Oh, it's his
cuddling
secret
with you.
talk.
It is a secret talk. Yep. Yep. Matthias, how old are you again?
I'm 7.
But like, how old do mice normally get?
I don't know.
I don't know. All right. How old are you? You don't know your parents. Fuck. Are you an adult?
Of course, I'm an adult.
Insight check.
Sure, yeah, you can.
I don't know
you
if
can-
he'd know if he is or not.
I don't. Yeah, I think that it's kind of difficult to tell, but I will give you some information as you look him over if you roll well enough.
Sure. Is it a disadvantage because I'm drunk?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
yeah.
You are definitely under the
Very
What we
good
call
at it.
under the
regardless.
influence.
yes.
I'm not a baby, if that's what
disadvantage.
you're saying.
Hold on, at disadvantage, still a 17.
If you look at him, he's oblivious. He has no idea what you mean by this. He obviously wants you to think that he's an adult. You can see that there are some telltale like little ridges in his face that might show age. But there's also this like incredible bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, quite literally, baby face to him. So it is very difficult to tell exactly how old Matthias is.
I need to know more about mouse folk. You need to not go into
Should I put on a deeper voice?
No, don't do that. Maybe just make sure you don't go into anyone's bedrooms tonight, all right? Except your own, and have no one else.
I've got a new bed. I'll tell you what, it's huge. It's like size of this bar.
That's wonderful.
And we've got 20 new pillows.
And you get it all to yourself. So many pillows for you to cuddle and have a good time with. Do I see Finn out the window? Because he was outside.
Oh yeah, I'd say for certain, like peeking in, and then leaning back out.
Yeah.
Telepathically, when I see him in a moment, because I'm looking, because I know he is eventually gonna come back, maybe. I telepathically say to him, "You know, Finny, it's been enough time. I think that you should test the waters. He seems like a nice fella. He's rather cute." And that's it. And then I'm gonna go upstairs. And I'm gonna call it a night.
Does she look like she's doing anything when they do this telepathically? Because obviously she was talking to me, and then all of a sudden does this.
No, I'll just like drink something from.
Yeah, it is not. You're not able to tell that she's doing anything like that, other than taking a long drink. As you finish your words in his mind, though, Gwen, strangely enough, and almost as if this DM was writing it as he speaks, there is a voice in your own head. Suddenly says, "I miss you. Heard you guys cleaned up a temple pretty good. Makes the council pretty happy. Got things to do up in the Nezrul Canal. Might see you in a few weeks. Thinking of you." And that's it.
Nezrul Canal, you say?
Go figure.
No.
Get ready to leave port.
Who are you talking to?
You can't hear me. It's all telepathic.
Oh.
It's a message. That's good to know. I'll keep it in mind, but we got some things going on here, so might take some time. That's all.
And go ahead and make a deception check, just because I think that message, like, kind of surprised you. I am curious if Matthias could see that.
Was that at disadvantage or not at disadvantage?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Because one was a natural fucking 20. God, I've rolled 2 tonight, both at disadvantage.
That's how
so
I
fuck
beat you
me,
guys
I guess.
finally. I just get you all drunk and then we can fight.
Hey, that's a party foul.
Deception though, so good is a what is math? 22.
22. Yeah. I think she's drinking her drink and she kind of like stops it for a moment, Matthias, but then, kind of looks at you funny, and then
I'd have to roll natural 20 just to natural.
Yeah. So you can't really tell anything's weird, other than she's giving you another little look over, and then Gwen, you're off to do whatever you'd like,
Or whoever I'd like.
or whoever you'd like.
Then I go upstairs.
Should I message him? I've been working on it.
What? No, fucking Matthias, go to sleep. Here.
But I'm still wide
hold
awake.
Hold on. No, hold on. Here's the
treat.
I have this thing. I'll give it to you. But you have to go over to your room. You have to stay there, alright?
I promise.
Promise. Because otherwise I won't give it to you. And you'll never get one ever again from me. And I have a lot.
Jesus, she's got a lot. I'll take it.
There you go. I ruffle his head and like, kind of push him towards the door.
He's already gone. I just wave to no one. I'm on my own.
The bar is starting to fade out a little bit. It's probably approaching 9 or 10 o'clock in the evening.
I wink at Nidril on the way upstairs, being like, "You got this," kind of a thing, and not gonna worry about it.
My bar now.
I hate him.
He's so gross,
like
but he's
him.
so good at what he does.
Finn, you're still pacing outside, but in this moment, Neriad, the young gentleman, does kind of move back over to you, seeing as he's struck out for the night. He slams his flagon down on the table. "I thought it would be easy, being all military and stuff, but the women in this city, I guess,
Yikes.
Military, huh? What kind of service did you do?
And part of the wiki review, you know, I'm supposed to have my own lighthouse one day. Pretty good pay. Not too tough work, but you gotta learn from all the other wikis in the area. And I got the worst one possible, as you can see. So.
Have you been all over the place? All over the coastline?
This is only my second deployment. I know where I'm from, and I know this place, basically.
Well, I don't know. Well, feel free to stick around as long as you like, you know. You can drink.
Yeah,
and
well,
eat.
I gotta go make sure he's awake, because obviously nighttime is the most important time for the lighthouse, in case you were wondering.
Is that how they work?
Indeed it is. Not that any fucking boat's gonna come through, but hey, there's hope, right? Anyway, old-timer,
Yeah, see you later. Have a good time.
Yeah, good deal. And he,
yeah. I might
finishes
follow
his
him.
drinking. Okay. Interesting.
Can I actually telepathically communicate with Neriad?
Sure.
I'm gonna like peek my head up over the windowsill. Hi, Neriad. Sorry for doing this. Could you just come outside, please, and maybe bring Matthias? Thank you very much.
I'm already on my way out.
Oh, never mind.
You do see Matthias pop out at that same.
Oh, there you are, Finn. I've been given
Hi.
this. I've got to go stay in my room because Gwendolyn's going to go give Zaunder a cuddle.
Great. Could I join you?
I don't think I was meant to. Shh. I gotta go to. Yes.
Wait, what? What? Could I just join you, please?
Of course. We can share
Great.
this.
No, I'm fine.
It's good stuff.
Awesome.
It's strong.
What's Neriad doing?
I think once he received the message and saw that Matthias kind of rushed out ahead of him, and he'll kind of speed up his movement to keep up with Matthias. And as he pops out, I go,
Ta-da! There you go.
Great. Awesome. I was just wondering if you'd like to hang out for the night.
I did
sure.
promise Gwendolyn I've got to stay in my room, so we could. It's a big bed. We could sit on there and.
We could make like a pillow fort or something, and I could make some more moon pies. I have a little bit more.
Oh, that sounds fun. Sure. I haven't eaten a proper baked meal in a long time, so sure. I really enjoyed the moon pie. It was good.
Awesome. Great. As long as we're not here, we should probably get going now, though.
Okay.
Should
Sure.
we bring? No, don't want to bring. Okay.
I'm gonna go into the hot and crusty.
yeah.
Okay. So all three of you make your way into the hot and crusty. The last few people near Nidril does seem to be able to deal with. Meena, you are guided a bit of a ways. You actually are making your way towards the river, and there is a cool little chateau of sorts right along the river. It's a small little cottage, but it is quite interestingly made. It looks vibrant. It stands out among the rest of them. And the person that you're following sort of opens the door as she moves in, looks over her shoulder briefly to sort of see if you followed. I believe you did.
Where are we going? I thought you wanted some moon pie, and it's starting to get a little cold, and I've eaten half of it. I'm sorry, I was a little drunk. But you haven't said anything this whole time, and I don't actually even know if you want me to be following you or not. So I guess I'll just go. Oh, you want me to follow you?
This is your time.
My
You ever heard that story about
time?
that man that went into hell and had to fetch out his love of his life, but couldn't look back?
Yeah. But the guy looked back and lost his love forever.
He sure did. So don't look back. And she keeps still going and walking in the building.
Meena looks down at the moon pie, goes as if she's about to look back, and steps over into the room, or the house, the chateau.
And I think that this is a pretty darn good moment for us to take a break.
I wanted to ask
see-
a legitimate
Okay.
question. Do I
Mhm.
need to make a performance check?
Oh my god, please!
Let's discuss this during the break because
All
I want
right.
it to be fun, but I also don't want it to be
Weird?
too
Erotic
So
RP.
we will,
terms
yeah,
of
we will
service.
talk about how to handle this. But boy, oh boy, is there some hot baggage going on right here. Hey, thank you all for watching. My goodness, we're
What
so,
a way
so,
to spend our anniversary,
yeah,
guys!
the 1 year anniversary in a particularly sexy episode. I never really know where these things are going to go. I bring in prostitutes. They go completely different directions. Who knows what's going to happen next? So, if you'll stick around for just 10 minutes, we're all going to run to the bathroom and discuss how and what we do with these little hookups that are going on. And yeah, beyond that, we will be back in just about 10 minutes with more Party Foul. All right. See you in a bit.
See you in a bit.
Hey everybody, welcome back to our wholesome, Christian Minecraft server, as we often say. So this is Party Foul. Those of you that may have joined during the break, we are so darn excited to be telling you this story. Thank you all for the gift subs during the intermission. Thank you for sticking around. Tell your friends. My goodness, I'm stalling a little because Faye is always late coming back, but that's okay. So. We are still during the night, and we have had some of the party split up once again, but this time for some particularly fun reasons. Yeah, there she is with her own.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yeah, she can't hear anything. But we are going to yes, okay, now you can hear me. We're going to pick up back with Meena being led into this dark, cozy little cottage. There are lovely pink drapes all around these different quarters. It seems pretty quiet. There don't seem to be any other individuals here at the time. And she sort of pushes through a couple of these curtains. You have to push them through as well. It's just tall enough for you to be in, so you're ducking down a little bit every now and then in this sort of environment that's all flowy and nice. In the background is some nice little soft harp music. And you come through the first set of curtains, and there's a longer hallway, and you can see the curtain trailing around to the left, and so you turn left a little bit and see another curtain move away. It's another sort of little hallway, and you move down that hallway a bit, and you see one more time the last little bit of the tail of the tiefling that moved through. She pushes back one curtain and moves into the room, and you sort of have the sense naturally that this is the last little journey forward there.
I didn't look back the whole time.
I'm proud of you, baby. I'm so proud.
I'm not a baby. I'm an adult.
No. I know, but that's just it's a thing that people like to hear, that you're going to be taken care of, and that's what I intend to do from you. And she shouts sort of through not shouts, but sort of beckons through the curtain, the last curtain.
I don't want you to be my mother.
No. We're not one of those kind of places. Although they do make good money sometimes, but just a few more steps and I think you'll understand.
She takes a few more steps.
Pushes through the last curtain. This room is lit in a romantic red color. There is a circular shaped bed in the middle with lavish silk draped across it, and a vanity screen in the back, which seems to be where this particular voice is coming from. And you move into this sort of candlelight moving in the background. You hear the voice say, "I know it's a bit intense out there. I don't mean it to be intimidating at all. I'm more of a goofball myself, to be honest with you, but people do like the environment, so I keep it up to snuff."
I guess it was a little bit intense.
Well, depends on what your fancy is. In fact, you can make that decision now. Just in front of this vanity here, you'll see a small desk on which there sits 3 different vials. The yellow vial, that's for most of the menfolk. It helps them have a good time without it needing to take much effort on their part. The green vial, that's for us ladyfolk. We're able to experience all sorts of sensations without losing any bit of our memory about it or any consciousness for it. We just can absorb and absorb until we can not stop. And finally, the pink vial. This is the sort of vial that helps people whose biology seems a little bit limited. Seems like they don't feel at home in their own skin, and so I have something made that lets them adjust whenever they'd like. They can see it from the other side. Or I can take it and you can see it from the other side. She sort of peeks her head around and you can see her eyes shimmering. Any of those fancy you?
Well, I actually, I don't know if I really kind of want to take the second one, but I don't because, do you sell these?
I do. I certainly do. They are quite expensive, though.
How expensive?
What would you use these things for? From my understanding, you're a bit new at this.
Well, it's not for me. It's for my tribe,
I've heard
my
that
family.
one before.
No, it's actually so where I'm from. There haven't been very many babies, and I was sent out to try to find a fix for that. And part of the fix is, I don't really know what it means, but the elders say that the men have trouble with performing, but there's a couple bards in the tribe and they perform really well. But I think it might be something sexual. And if
I think
that
that's what they
first
mean as
vial,
well.
yeah,
What is your name, darling?
Me? I'm Meena. Meena is my name. Meena. Yes. Sorry. I'm a little tipsy and I forgot my name for a second.
Well, the first thing I must tell you, Miss Meena, these vials all have one particular element to them that I think may not help your cause. When you drink this, you may have a good time, but it cuts off any ability for reproduction. Sort of on purpose.
Well, that would be an exact opposite to what I need then.
Well, there's other reasons to do what they have called, well, whatever they call it over there. But that said, it doesn't change the fact that I think that you may need a different relationship with this particular act. I think that it's more for pleasure than it is for progeny.
Well, what? No, the elders and mother said that it's a sacred act and it's only ever supposed to be for babies, and it can only ever be done under the moon, and it can only ever be done with a boy and a girl.
I see. Well, here is your moment of truth, Miss Meena. Would you like to know why they're wrong?
Yes.
And at this point, she comes out from behind the vanity. She is wearing only something that's almost the same material as the curtain. She gestures to the vials for a moment with her eye raised.
She goes over and grabs the second vial.
Okay.
Do you want me to take this?
That's up to you. It's all up to you, darling.
But isn't it wrong?
Yes. And that's why it's so nice.
Meena drunkenly, tries to get the stopper out of this vial.
She'll grab your hands, uncork it for you, sort of wrap her hand around your arm, and pull it up to your lips, but not forcing you to take it, letting you do the last part.
You won't tell my mother, will you?
Only if you pay me double.
Pay you?
Don't worry about it.
Okay. I won't worry. I'm not looking back. She's gonna down the vial.
And she will gently help you get to the bed. And we will cut back to 3 bros all making some pizzas or moon pies, whatever the heck is happening.
Chilling in a bakery.
In the bakery, yep.
Hiding away because they may be gay.
So I'm thinking we can take maybe enough lightning into the ocean and we can kill the creature, or maybe just stab it a bunch of times. I don't know. What do you think we should do?
I was thinking about balancing on top of this oven and then seeing if I could backflip off it. And
have you been into the sugar some more?
Gwendy gave me another bit of sugar.
Right, but what do you think about this moon pie? I put a different level of sauce
Love
on
the
it.
moon pie. I'm going to take another big bite of the dough that's not even cooked. That doesn't taste like rubbish.
Oh, it's not really cooked. It's got feathers on it.
Oh.
You still needing it. Oh, by the way, Neriad, Feathers can see now. If you...
Oh, really? Oh, hello, Feathers. It's me, Neriad. How are you today? Oh, his eyes
You
much
can see,
clearer
you can't
now.
really talk.
Does his eyes visibly look still rainbow?
So it
even
is
though-
No,
a-
they actually look for the first time. You're used to seeing these sort of faded out eyes that will glow blue at times. They are completely like normalized, almost like those blue things went away.
Oh, wow. That's really good. I wonder if his magical power still works.
Oh, I didn't really think about that.
I will cast firebolt into the oven.
It explodes. Taking 2D
Some
damage.
flash fire pizza up in here. Oh yeah.
Make an Arcana check to see how fucking terrible this
good.
goes.
Arcana check. Do you guys know that Neriad's Arcana is +0? It's an 11.
11. Okay, so you don't burn the place down, but you do, Finn, certainly hear this like ka-tonk, and there's sort of a dent in the back of your oven now that you're gonna have to hammer
like
out.
it did one more damage than normal?
It did not have, you noticed what the tell is that Feather's eyes typically glow. His eyes do not glow when you cast this particular spell, so there is presumably no additional effect from Feathers.
Oh,
Nerd.
darn.
You almost broke my
I
oven.
can't believe the DM
ruined
fucking nerfed our duck. What an asshole.
Here, give me,
He's only for RP anyways, what are you kidding?
Oh, it doesn't matter. He's still my best friend.
I'm
still
gonna
share
mend
whatever.
it. Takes me a bit, but I'll mend it.
So, Meena's currently occupied with someone, probably. Gwen and Zaunder are probably occupied with someone, likely each other. But I'd like to... no offense, Matthias, but whenever you were talking upstairs earlier, I wasn't really listening. I was having an epiphany, a dream. Saloon visited me, actually. Sort of put me right on the path.
You do seem maybe a little more cheerful than usual.
Right. Maybe.
I think I'm probably lying. By
I'd
saying
like
that.
to. Yeah, probably. I like to think she more just studied the ship. But she saved Feathers' sight, and from it, these little things came out. I'm gonna pull out the two little sapphire gems.
Okay.
Teardrop gems. Hold them in my hands. These fell out of Feathers' eyes. She said they were her tears. Do you know what those? Here, take one. Careful though. Careful.
Oh, okay.
I'm going to look through it.
Sure. It does appear from a very base up close look, they are quite magical. You imagine that when you had cast detect magic, I think a long time ago, or Meena had.
I was going to
this
say
was
I'd
the part of
cast
Feathers that.
magic.
Oh, sure, yeah. So now it's confirmed that they're magical. But Meena had sort of understood that they were magical from her early detect magic when you first found Feathers a while ago. That was the part that was so magical, was his head. Yeah, so super magical. And I will let all three of you make a religion check if you'd like.
Religion. Ooh,
Yeah,
19. So that will be
Magic items.
23.
23.
I got 17.
Okay. 17.
13, 7, or whatever, 22, 17. The cleric, 4.
Cleric 4, very good. Matthias, this funny little thing that you remember hearing in the underground of Port Zane, people would call a particular kind of like a score. If you found like a big, awesome pile of food, or you found some kind of money on the ground, they would say that, oh yeah, you must have found one of Silun's tears. And it was like this beautiful boon that you may have discovered along the way. That's basically all you get from it, though.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely worth a lot of money.
Are they?
I'd say at least, I don't know. I was going to say 1 million, but I don't know if I know that word.
A mazillion.
A gazillion.
A gazillion, wow. gazillion gold.
Is that a lot?
Yes. I wonder what kind of magical properties they have. I wonder if we can figure out what they do.
Let me focus on them.
So this will take the majority of an hour to get the identify off. Your detect magic let you know I've sort of invented what these things do. So I don't actually know if there's a particular school of magic. My guess would be enchantment, but I am not fully aware of what these might be because I've invented their power. So if you continue to focus on them, Matthias, over the course of the next hour, then you pop out a couple more of your moon pies and
they're mini sized.
Mini sized moon pies, very good. Yep. You know, do you experiment with any of the sugar at all that Matthias is like?
No, I'm
sorting. Okay.
I'm
Yep. So
saving
you have plenty of more food over there. You can kind of see the rank and file of people leaving the tavern. You do notice that person. He doesn't look in, but you can kind of see the edge of that person that was smoking the cigarette go by the window. Finn, so you have a moment of your heart leaps and he kind of keeps moving by, doesn't seem to notice you. At the course of the end of it, I forgot to make this on Roll20. This is my fault, but I will make one for next time. These are still used tiers. They are they do not require attunement. They are incredibly powerful, and they will allow any person holding it to reduce one stat by 1 point and add one stat by 1 point while holding it. So you can convert a single point of one of your skill abilities -1 in order to get a +1 in a different skill. So that will allow you to do a little shift of one of your numbers.
So when you say skill, do you mean like acrobatics?
No. I mean actual ability scores.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what if you're holding both?
They do not seem to work together, so they are unique. Would be the property I believe D&D would use. So
and it's only by
one.
It's only while you're holding it.
It needs to be on your person. Doesn't need to be in your hand. So on your person, you need to focus on it for an hour, but it does not require attunement, and it will let you shift your ability scores by 1 down, and then another one can go 1 up. Not past 20, by the way.
Okay. Interesting. All right, that sounds incredible.
As he explains that in language that
And
makes
Matthias
sense for the real world.
I mime it.
Yeah, very good.
All right, it seems like it makes part of you stronger and a part of you weaker.
Oh,
like phases of a moon.
I'm surprised you didn't know this, Neriad. You're the powerful wizard.
Oh, well, I mean, sometimes you just, lose the information in the sea of things that you know, so I forget a lot of stuff.
Oh, that's understandable.
Right, yeah, it's hard to keep up with anything. Hard to keep up with everything. Speaking of the well of whatever you said, what'd you say you had information for us about the ocean or the whirlpool? The whirlpool?
Yeah, the big whirlpool is I think it's a creature that is stirring the whirlpool up. It's an active thing that's causing it. So it's not
wait, hold on.
the Earth. Yes.
We can ride it.
Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
I think that moves us on to the next part of our night. Scary stories. Hold on.
And lead us all upstairs to a pillow fort that we're gonna make.
Okay. You take the pillows and you're able
This
to
is so wholesome.
Do you turn the oven
fort.
off?
I know, right? This
Yeah,
is
the oven will die off. Will die down. And I'll take like a small, I don't know, a plate, and I'll cast light on it, and I'll have it like in the center of us.
Okay.
And have
Perfect.
it orange with like a little campfire.
Okay, now you can go. Sorry, it took 20 minutes, but now I'm in the right mood.
He's got it. That's amazing. So
You're
the
muted.
three of you, I think you're muted.
Oh, spooky.
The three of you are able to sit around and tell each other terrifying tales from your younger days or whatever else it might be. Any particular plot points that we're sharing here, or is this just for funsies?
I think, yeah, go ahead.
You know, Matthias, I heard a story long ago, long before either of us were born. There roamed a large... Matthias, what animal are you most scared of?
Oh. Snakes.
There roamed a large snake
Oh shit! I don't like this story.
that traveled the land, going over hills, making the paths we walk through now through forests.
How did it move?
Well, they slithered. They slithered like normal snakes. They slithered
Oh,
all slimy and everything. And one day...
Like, how big around was it? Like, are we talking, like pretty big or just...
Oh, you've ever seen... So, look over at that wall over there, and back at this wall over here. It was massive. A large snake, big enough to eat the whole bakery, even.
Oh, wow.
And it would travel the land. And, Matthias, what's your favorite animal?
Oh, snakes.
Matthias, you hate and love snake? Doesn't matter. He came across another snake. A little small, little bitty
I like
one.
this story now.
All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right.
Sugar makes Matthias weird.
Yeah.
Anyways, there's a point to this story.
Comedy gold every week here on fucking Party Belly.
Fucking
Oh
Ireland.
my god. And he came across this little baby, small little snake. And the snake went, "Are you here to eat me?" And the snake said,
I would never eat a snake.
the snake said, "I would never eat another snake." And so, the small little snake and the little big snake became best of friends. And they traveled along together. And with care and love, the little snake became bigger and stronger and was able to go on a lot of adventures. And you know what happened next?
He ate him.
No. He said he would. He said he
Thank
wouldn't
God.
eat him. He
I ate a
said,
snake once.
So he didn't betray him.
"Why are you?" No, of course not. He didn't betray him. They're best of friends. They're like brothers. Neriad, what's your favorite animal?
Probably the lizard.
All right, more reptiles then.
Proton sort of looks at you and looks back at everybody else.
The lizard, right, buddy?
All right. One day they came across a small little lizard, and that lizard said, "Are you here to eat me?" And you know what they did, Matthias?
The snake ate him.
They ate him. They ate him right up. They ate that poor fucker right up.
I didn't know snakes ate lizards.
Oh, well, this one did. It's a large one. And you know the moral of the
Sad,
story is
really.
the lesson of the story, Matthias. If you're with your friends, you can overcome anything, even a small little lizard.
Yeah, you can eat whatever you want.
You can eat whatever you want, do whatever you want, as long as you're with your friends.
Man, fuck my song. That was the best thing.
That was art. Can we get someone on writing a children's story book?
Yep,
please?
we can do it in your Sims game soon.
Oh, okay.
Perfect. And this kind of, I think, kind of keeps going. You trade back and forth as much as you want until all of you sugar crash, some of you and the rest of you, filling your bellies with bread and warm cheese and tomato sauce. Find your way to slumber. And the night moves on. More eventful for some of you than others, but all of you are able to take successfully a long rest.
Oh, thank God.
Our
you might
DMD
be.
is Jack. I don't know if you noticed. All right, just so you know.
You DM me. Okay, very good.
I did.
Thank you for that. Okay. And so we will join the next morning. After.
What
Gwen
does that mean?
with Gwen and Zaunder.
Did I need to roll something?
Not unless you want to. Gwen and Zaunder in.
I want to.
Okay, sure. You can
Just
message
DM me. Yep.
Yep. But the two of you do wake up in bed next to each other.
Sleight of hand if you want.
Slightly, a slight little bit of pain in your head from a hangover for each of you because you drank pretty heavily the night before. However, the bed is large, the room is warm, and each of you were had probably what you were looking for that particular night. Okay, I think that there's a roll being made and a message being sent. Okay. Zaunder, this is something that you had heard so many tales about, but had never experienced yourself.
Probably heard noises of it from the breeding room.
It is indeed. You've heard the noises. And more than that, you have you've been with someone who has quite a bit of experience, and so any moment that you felt afraid or vulnerable, you were taken care of, and it was kind of nice. And there may have been some chit chat at the end. I don't quite know, but in the stupor, you wake up next to each other. Zaunder, you don't sleep very much, but because of the alcohol, you did kind of pass out, and so you wake in the morning, right, staring into each other's eyes. What happens?
Not staring into each other's eyes. Definitely being like.
Well, you woke up that way, and then you rolled over or something.
Or she probably wakes up first, right? And he's like, cuddle, buddy.
I'm gonna get dressed.
Yep.
And go downstairs. If he doesn't wake up.
You are awoken by the sound of the creaky floorboard as a nude Gwen begins to put her clothing back on. Fixes herself up in the mirror a bit.
I actually do my makeup because I do that every day.
Yeah.
Although it's the blue shit right now. It's not like that. It's not the normal shit.
You are naked. Oh, I am also naked.
Oh, shite. Fuck, sorry.
No, it's not something you have to apologize for.
Oh, I know.
Well.
You alright, bud?
What?
You alright?
I'm great. I mean, fine. I'm okay.
Okay. Good to know.
Where are my
I don't know, over there somewhere.
clothes?
Here.
Oh,
Fucking. That's awesome.
Yeah, she just. What did she just like throw? His like.
Yeah, I just throw your clothes to you.
Throws like his cloak thing just like flumps all over his face.
Yeah. Be downstairs.
As you sort of roll over in bed, Zaunder, your crossbow sort of like almost pokes you in the eye, and you have this moment of like, "Whoa, why did I have that thing loaded?"
I thought it shot its load. I mean,
I was gonna say, did you not?
Oh my god. And there it is.
I went for the subtle, and then everyone takes it 7 levels higher. Party foul in a nutshell.
I'm sorry,
No,
Zach.
it's great. It's great.
You
It's
set
great.
it up for me.
It was great. I
took
did.
it. All right. I took the
take
shot.
It. Yep, you did. You took your shot.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
All right.
Blew it.
All right.
Well, I'm really
he wasn't
impressed that
gonna
you
throw it
managed to
away,
reload,
was he?
though.
Right. Yeah.
Oh my
Listen,
god.
you know, Zonder's a young guy. He's got a lot. Anyway,
I am just like, see you downstairs. Very nonchalantly. Walk out.
Yeah, no big deal. Yeah, he starts putting everything on. And tries.
I like to think that Zaunder
Like,
was the one
he
that woke up
doesn't
and like
quite-
had the blanket up in the
Yeah.
sheet.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Did it? I want to know if he fist pumped like when Gwen walked out of the room.
No, he's
Yes, he
fucking
did.
awkward right now.
No, he's like, oh my stuff. Oh,
I don't know
no.
what he's like. I don't know what to do with myself. Right
Zaunder right now is just like,
Staring at the wall.
don't know.
He's just like desperately trying to remember
she
all
took
of
advantage
it.
of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
This
And
really
it's
happened.
there. Yeah, unlike the other
Really
night
happened.
where you still can't quite grasp the memory. This one you remember fairly vividly. And it is very memorable. You're gonna be thinking about
Did
this
we
for a
do
while.
that? I feel like I would have remembered it if we did that already. I guess that answers that.
Uh-huh. And as you get your clothes on and you move out the door, you do see the two heads of two very curious drow peeking their heads out, having heard some things the night before. They giggle and smile and close the door.
I wink at them
Go
as I
back to your
walk by.
rooms.
Oh, that was him.
Yeah, that was for him. You left a little too soon, unfortunately.
Nice.
But
No, that's fine.
you're downstairs.
I take that.
Nidril is awake. He's making breakfast. It doesn't really appear that he sleeps very much or does much effort to take care of this. He cares so much. The
Yeah.
bar is fucking pristine. Like, it doesn't even look like people have lived here before. So clean, so ready. Yeah, I take care of my own. It's my place, my place. And he starts like rubbing the bar and making sure everything else is good. He feels very proud of this particular.
So creepy.
So Gwen comes downstairs like completely casual. Nothing is wrong. Zaunder comes downstairs. He's like dressed. His cloak is on like backwards. His crossbow is hanging wrong. It like catches.
His shirt's buttoned wrong.
Oh yeah, it catches in the door frame. He's like, "Hey, everyone, what's going on?"
The only people in the room are Gwen, who sat down and had a little bit of the food that Nidril has made, and Nidril
I guess
just, like looking at you confused.
I guess I'll just have a seat. Crazy, make me some food.
What the hell happened to you?
What the hell happened to you? I've been wondering that ever since I met you.
He stares at you, and he moves away, uninformed about what has gone on. He just moves away.
He has no idea.
No idea. Unfortunately, rolled a 6. All right. Insight +2, I think, for him. So, cutting to Meena. And Meena, it has been an eventful night. You did not get a ton of sleep, but you did manage to finally pass out.
I still get my long rest, right?
You do. You do get
Okay,
your long
sweet.
rest, for sure. Yep.
The important questions here.
What you
You're
notice
like,
is,
I had some fun times, but essential.
when you wake up, you are kind of alone in the bed. It's sort of sad for a second as you roll over, but you do see the familiar, well, not so familiar visage of the woman that you went with. Instead, what you're greeted to is a very good-looking tiefling man who has a six-pack of abs and stands a little bit taller with his chest out. He's quite nude and sort of like takes a towel and dries himself off. He looks over at you and, hey, don't worry, baby. We finished the first vial. We went for another. Tell Gwen she owes me extra next time, huh?
Oh, I don't remember half of what happened. 75%. I don't. What's your name? Did I give you mine? Do you know my name? Did I?
You are Meena, and I am your destiny.
But not like actually my destiny, right? This. She pinches herself.
Oh goodness.
This is real.
This is quite real. You do remember, if you'll hold yourself together for a moment and think about it. Those potions are very good at making sure you know what's happening. I don't play by those rules. And as you sit and calm yourself down for a moment, you can remember a very eventful, very pleasurable, very learned experience. First with Destiny and her female form, and then with Destiny in this particular form as well.
Interesting.
Sorry, can I ask a question about this?
Yes.
Who ate the rest of the moon pie? And what do they
Probably
think of
Meena,
it?
actually.
Yeah, you do wake up with a little bit of crumbs on your chest of moon pie, and that one finally floods into your mind as well.
So, we didn't really have time for a lot of questions about.
No,
I mean, we
that
had
is,
time for questions, but
that is indeed by design, baby.
So, it doesn't have to be done under the moon?
Well, you can do it wherever you want, however you want, how often you want, or in whatever way you want, as far as I'm concerned.
There was no moon last night. It doesn't.
There
have
was, but
to be...
that was more my view than yours.
I don't. Can you explain that reference to me?
Oh, darling. I feel like you learned enough already. I think one more is be past my requirements. So.
Okay.
She, in this form, he gets down on one knee and looks at you for a second and says, I am here for you like you were here for me. This was very kind. And if you need me again, let me know. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful life if I don't see you again. This intense stare in your eyes, this moment of vulnerability from someone that you have experienced to have very little of that so far, nods in your direction, kisses your hands, points to your clothes, Now, unfortunately, your time's up.
Yes, my time is up. I'm a little confused because you're saying that you're here for me and you're giving me those really weird, intense eyes, but I feel like you're also trying to throw me out right now. I've got a lot to process. I'll see you again probably in like never. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe later tonight. Probably never though. Bye.
I think you may believe that what you're going through right now is different than others. It's not, baby. You're fine. Just remember, rules are meant to be broken. And at which point she takes another drink of a vial, similar to the one that you have a faint memory of her taking last night, as she turned into this person. And she reverts back to a now clothed woman that you saw in the bar. She winks at you, smiles, and pushes her way through the curtain and moves down the hall.
Bye, Destiny. Meena's gonna get dressed. And can Meena navigate her way back out? Because she was drunk off her ass. And there were a lot of turns and hallways.
Yeah, indeed. First of all, let's make a history check. I'm curious to know.
That's what my little heart was looking for.
Okay, history check. That is a lovely 5.
5 on history.
Awesome.
Yeah, you're going to be pushing through this hallway a little confused, unsure. At one point, you do open the door and you see Destiny kind of writing down some information in a small book, and she looks at you and points in another direction, which helps you get out of what's going on. And then second, I would like you make a nature check with advantage.
Oh boy. I don't. That is a 19.
As you kind of process and finally make your way out, you step out into the sunlight, which feels very warm and inviting on your face. You feel new, not in a way that's necessarily, not in some sort of evolution. It's not like you got better, but there are things about all of this taboo stuff you've been told about the world and the way things work. And as you kind of like look around you, you just see people, and you see a merchant who's arguing with some kind of distributor about how much the price of this wool should be. And you see a person who's trying to convince this girlfriend that he didn't cheat on her, and they're fine, they're going to be okay. And you see another couple over to the side, these two men that are just like shooting the shit about whether or not the whirlpool's going to be better soon, and like what they can do to help each other. And suddenly, like, the people resonate more. You don't see them as different. You don't see them as foreigners or even like you. You just see them as humans that have needs, and you kind of understand what it means to fill those needs. And that's what you've gained from your experience. They're just people, and people are complicated.
Nina's gonna smile to herself and start walking back to the bar, like looking around. And if she sees a merchant that has jewelry, she's going to stop along the way.
She's doing the book of shame.
Yes, customer, please come look at this. What would you like?
I don't really have a lot. I only have 10 gold. I was hoping to get myself...
we could do something for this. This is okay.
Oh, good. I've never...
It shows you a few earrings and a couple rings. Not the most expensive, but something nice, yeah?
Yeah, I've never been able to buy something nice for myself.
Oh, well, I am the person for you. Let me show you something. And he sort of digs in the back, and he sort of looks at you for a second. Very tall person in front of him. And he looks back inside, and he finds this sort of bronzed
bracelet, and he pulls it out to you. Ah, someone large like you needs a larger piece of jewelry or it gets hidden by you. Not that, no offense, I just mean this is something that you should shine. You should make aware of everybody. This thing, oh, and he claps it on your wrist very quickly. It looks so beautiful. I can engrave it however you like, yes? For 10 gold?
That is very beautiful. I don't know if it needs to be engraved.
I'm a purist. I like this too. If you change your mind, come back. We do it for 5 gold. How's this?
Mandy, remember it's Black Friday. Bargains
It's actually
galore.
Saturday now. Small business Saturday. Got to support the little people here.
Indeed.
Oh, okay. It's a beautiful piece.
You seem not happy. Are you happy? Do you like it? We can throw something else.
No, I've never bought anything for myself before. It's always been for everybody else or for my family. It's just weird buying something for myself.
Well, there is a first time for everything, huh? And he holds out his hand.
And she gives him the 5 gold for it.
Oh,
You said 5 gold, didn't you? Or did you say that it would be 10 gold to engrave it now or 5 gold to engrave it later? That's kind of a ripoff, don't you think?
For someone who has never bought something for themselves, I can see quite a bit of sass in you. I am not as keen for you. Indeed. Let me have 3 more gold and we will call it even, huh?
3 more gold, and you throw in a pair of earrings.
Closes his fist, puts the 5 gold away, and he digs back in his pouch for a second. Looks back at you. And he pulls out 2 small little feathers, which have been attached to little hoops. These are not the nicest, but they are kind of your style, I see. Holds them out to you.
She takes them. She gives the 3 gold, and she takes them.
Very good, very good. Yes, when you need them engraved, you come back. That's 2 gold. That's all I do for you, lovely lady. Enjoy your own purchase.
I've got a rapier if you need your ears pierced.
Her ears are pierced. She has earrings.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
What a good thing to do with a rapier.
I mean, it is a mouse rapier, so it's probably pretty small.
This
whoa,
episode, those
We're gonna
jokes
talk
are
about
gonna, those are gonna go in a certain direction in this episode. So,
You know, I wasn't insulting you, and then you come back and insult me.
Wow.
So anyway, back to the pillow fort because that was just so. So
yeah,
wholesome and
is that all
sweet.
good for you? Heading back to the inn? Where are you going?
I'm heading back to. Do we still have rooms at that other inn?
No.
Okay, yeah, I'm heading back to the bar. Then.
There's a bed at the bar that you can sleep in. There's room for everyone.
Yes, there's room for everyone. There's also this other thing that's happening. So clearly there's a lot of rooms available at this point. But cutting back to the pillow fort, fellas. So you all wake up. You're all kind of snuggled up right next to each other, and you're in the course of a cold night. It does get a little drafty in this, Finn. You're gonna have to deal with that at some point. So all of you kind of ended up in a little pile. Matthias kind of linking you together.
Best night ever.
Oh, why does my I had too many moon pies.
Yeah, I think Neriad sits up and a stack of moon pies falls off of his head like somebody stacked them onto him.
You can't see Matthias, you can just hear him. He's under about 10 pillars.
Yep, very good. You see a little head pop out. Feathers is
Where's
sort of
Matthias?
making that thing that makes him feel very
I'm
hungry,
under
sort of
here.
like into your cape.
He's underneath
there,
of all
Finn.
of the pillows.
I'll start throwing
right,
pillows
here you are.
randomly, trying to get to him.
Ding! And a nice fresh loaf of bread pops out, and then Feathers starts to munch on it, and has some of the bread there.
Oh, all right, boys. What a night. Dare I say, I don't think anyone else had a better night than us.
No, best not tell the ladies about this.
No, they might get jealous.
Yeah, totally.
I'll give it
So,
boys'
did you think
night.
about how to kill that creature?
Oh, that was a real thing. That wasn't like a scary story. I thought that was like.
Oh no, that's totally.
I thought about shit. No, but I do have a spell where we can probably walk out there and see if there's anything.
Oh, well, it would be interesting. Does it
Where do
last
you?
a long time?
Oh, it lasts an hour.
Oh, that's not too bad. About hike out there in a half an hour and back in another half. We could do that.
How did you want to go about finding that thing? Or finding out any information? I don't really know.
Generally, you just walk towards the thing and it shows itself to you.
See, we tried that yesterday. Walking towards stuff. I almost died. So I'd like to not do that again. I'd like to not do that again.
Yeah, sorry. I meant to catch up with you as well. But we got pinned by a giant bull thing. But
I killed it.
It did.
Oh, you did? That's good. How'd you kill that thing? It was fucking 20 feet tall.
Oh, I stabbed it a few times.
Oh, I thought it was sure kind of scary.
It was hurting you all.
Scratch, really.
You're kind of intense sometimes. You ever notice that?
Is that a good word?
Intense. Well, I mean, sometimes you go camping intense, and sometimes you're just emotionally intense.
Oh my god. Okay. I've started this fucking terrible.
You've let us roleplay for too long, and now we're getting into like some weird shit.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So I think we really need to fix this whole port thing. I've got the council looking at me. I need to do something good. I also really need sugar. What I got downstairs is not going to cut it. So let's say we head back to that port, to the docks, and maybe someone knows something or anything.
Sure.
And then we maybe procure a boat.
What about the elf killer person? We need to take care of that.
A pressing issue.
I
Maybe we could find out who it is and then throw them into the whirlpool.
A sacrificial savior.
Well, yeah.
I know Zaunder is a mighty warrior, but I don't think I could face losing him if they're gonna kill him.
You're right. I think All right. So next question: how do we go about finding a serial fucking killer?
At this point, Gwen, you hear on the door of the bar.
It's the serial killer.
Hey guys.
Oh, this is the serial killer. Open up.
Hi. I was told that you needed to kill me.
Well, I was told that there were some elves here.
You have any elves here?
Do a whole kill.
I don't want to kill them.
I kind of walk like bleary-eyed up to it because it's fucking gonna be bright. I'm like, but we're closed right now. What?
It's the magistrate that you kind of notice immediately.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry. You're usually more awake and alive than that. You had a hard night, or
Sorry. Yes, we were testing out some new things and finally having a night to express ourselves. So it was a little bit heavier on the drink than normal.
Mm-hmm. Well, I just wanted to let y'all know that we do have somebody that's a little more familiar with the whirlpool. He seems to be waking up this morning, and if you are interested in helping in that particular regard, it would be nice if you could converse with him first.
Sure. I'm sure that it's someone who came from that ship that docked.
Indeed it is.
Yesterday afternoon.
Yes. Other things to consider. He fumbles in his pocket for a second. He holds out a crumpled little flyer to you. I know that a drow was killed last night, and from what I can tell, it must have been one of yours. Which makes me particularly strange why you are drinking really hard last night. I suppose maybe you were dealing with the news
You can
of
just
some kind.
It's often something that people do. So
Right.
got a lot of hard times coming up soon. Figured we'd get one night in before all of the shit fell.
This is fine. You and I are gonna continue to pussyfoot around, and that's fine with me. Indeed, this is what we found on him. And he hands you the flyer, and you uncrumple it for a second, and it says, Masquerade Ball. Only the most wealthy in Port Zane invited. Costume required. Please see... No, I have to look at my notes for a second. Please see... Where is it? Niet Rorschach for a costume.
Niet Rorschach.
Niet Rorschach.
Niet.
Good name.
Okay.
I don't really know what it means, but it's the only thing I found on your your friend.
As you might have assumed, given the discussions we've had prior, this particular elf killer that has been brought to our attention has piqued our interest, so to speak. So we are looking into it. If that brings you any comfort, I don't know how I feel about it yet, because it's certainly something that is unpleasant, but
I imagine as the ambassador for certain elven kind, this would take you quite back. But what do I know, right?
Working on it.
Anyway, this is what we got. If you want to follow those leads, I got nothing more for you right now. If you want to chat with Gerard, captain of that boat that made it through, you can find him at the magistrate's recovering.
All right. So Gerard is at the magistrate's what?
Recovering is what he said in his Cajun accent.
Okay. And then the whole flyer said Masquerade Ball.
They gave a location, which you can understand, but I don't want to go into the details of it. It doesn't make a lot of sense. It's a particular rich estate near the seaside.
Okay.
And it does mention that you need to visit this particular person to find an outfit. The person's name is Niet Rorschach.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Good day to you. I hope it's less eventful than the previous one.
I doubt it will be. Thank you.
I do looking forward to hearing from your mother soon. Good day. Tips his hat and walks away.
All right. Cool.
Well,
No.
I'll be getting dressed and heading over back to the bar.
All right. Your kitchen's a fucking mess. Might be something you deal with later, but it is you did not do a particularly good job of cleaning it last night. Meena, at this point, you have acquired your bracelet and earrings and are getting close to the bar, where you might even see this particular figure that you may recognize walking away in the distance, coming away from the thing.
Are there any food vendors?
Yes, absolutely, as you walk by. Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for breakfasty type stuff.
If you want like actual breakfast food, you'd need to go into a particular bar, maybe even your own, and get it. If you want more like cured meats or some kind of like immediate snack chow, that's very available in this area.
Like donuts. I want to find donuts.
They do not have sugar on them, so mostly they are lumps of bread, but you are able to find
bagels.
Some bagels, basically, yes. You are able to find some bagels from a portly woman who sort of says, Oh, you want some bagels, huh? Okay.
Yes, please. I want to bring them back to my friends.
I like that instant regret at the voice that you just...
A baker's dozen, eh? A baker's dozen. Well. And she grabs a big loaf of these bagels. They have like the everything bagel. They got some salt bagel. They got some garlic bagel. Just nothing with any sugar on it. Okay. That will be 4 gold pieces.
How about 2 gold pieces? And if you decide that you want to come and drink at a bar tonight, you can drink for free.
Persuasion check.
Please be the elf killer. Please be the elf killer. Please be the elf killer.
You broke Zach. You broke him. You got him.
Like free drinks. She drinks like a fish.
I had beer in my mouth.
That's a 5.
No, I think I'll take the gold, please.
Okay, well, how about I give you 2 gold now, and then I bring back 2 more gold later.
You putting them on layaway?
She pulls out a big cleaver, and she just chops the box of them in half and kind of pulls it aside and takes half the box. That'll be 2 gold, please.
Okay. I guess that's enough for everybody to eat 1 bagel. Our drow friends won't be able to eat anything. She throws the gold at her.
I can catch. Mhm.
Oh, can you? Can you catch it?
But does she drop the cleaver on her foot though? That's more important.
Guys,
Watch out,
be careful.
Meena.
Be careful. This is
Catch.
the BBEG, so we gotta.
Catch,
You
she
have
said.
made a rival baker.
What
and she
happened
does
to
take
this
your 2
woman?
gold.
Why is she the way that she is?
The world made her this way.
The
I
world
have
may
to
never
know
know.
more about her backstory.
You take your
What?
half.
Wait. What's your name?
Can I be there at the bakery? Can I go there too? What if I want something?
Beverly.
Meverly?
Beverly. Beverly with a B.
Beverly.
Beverly.
Beverly. Okay. Nice to meet you, Beverly.
Beverly. Okay. And she takes half the bagels and sort of dumps them back into their various bins, and seems to ignore you for the rest of the.
Can I come in?
Rest of the session.
Oh, wait, I want to be there too. Listen,
Unfortunately, you're still recovering. Zaunder, you have to pee really bad.
do I? All right, I'll go pee.
Does
Yeah.
he need to smoke?
And when you
or
get
long
into
does it-
your
how
little, your
How
little,
long roughly does it take me to pee? How
it
long
takes a
is
while. I mean, it's a good 30-second pee. But
Oh, that's a good
you,
pee.
This is
yeah,
no
it's
longer
a-
role
it's-
playing.
It's a really good one. But that said, you do when you get into the little restroom, sort of, it's not like an outhouse, but it sort of is. It smells really bad. You guys had just had this fixed. You just had the plumber fix this stuff.
Shit.
But
Oh,
it
no.
is like really gotten kind of clogged up and
Does
not
it
doing
smell
pretty
like
well.
anything dead?
It doesn't smell like
Does it
anything
smell
dead.
like
No.
a dead person?
Does it
No, it
smell like a dead drow?
It does not smell like a dead drought. No, it just smells like urine and feces, and it doesn't smell particularly good. It is as if the water beneath it is not like flowing through. It's supposed to be. This is a city. It has an advanced sewer system, and for
It's a
whatever
clue,
reason,
guy.
it's
It's in the
not moving.
sewers. That's where we need to go.
Okay, well, for as long as I have to be there, I'm going to use prestidigitation to scent it so that it's better.
You use Febreze.
Are
Can
you
make
are
an
you like
Arcana-
one of
can you
those?
Arcana check your Febreze? Yeah, can you
Listen,
Arcana check
I
for me? See how good it is.
Out in the States, do you get the people in the
okay,
toilets that
alright.
like give you like
Probably.
like
Okay.
aftershave and perfume? And stuff? It's
There you go.
it's all like one of
Only in
them.
the swankiest of establishments.
Yeah.
You want
Which
your-
we are not.
It's an 11.
11. Yeah, you do manage to make it like a little more palatable for you, but the moment you close the door, you're very thankful. You're like, ugh, man, that smells terrible.
Yeah, we got to do something about this. This is not good.
I'll bring a nuke.
Bring in we gonna need like a pet Ogiog or something.
Mm-hmm. You do manage to get over there, fellas. So you see Meena walking up at the same time that all of you are kind of moving into the.
Mina's doing the walk of shame.
Yeah, walking into the establishment.
Hi, Meena.
I brought bagels.
Oh,
Are you guys
nice.
hungry?
I love
Yes.
bagels.
Oh, did you like the
Distract
moon
with food.
pie?
Good.
Oh, the moon pie was so
What are
so
bagels?
good. Can I have more?
What a bagel?
Well, that's what the lady called them. I wanted like something doughy and like delicious, and I only had enough gold for 6 of them, so we can only each have one. I'm sorry, but maybe Matthias could have half of one because he's really small. If someone wants more, and I bought myself a bracelet. Do you like it? Isn't it so pretty?
Yeah. Oh, it's
very nice.
wonderful.
Beautiful,
And
Mina.
I got earrings too. I
Wow,
have no
where
more
did you
money
get
left though, so can I have some money? What if I need to buy more stuff for myself?
Why are you spending money on earrings and bracelets and bagels?
Hey, lay off her.
Yeah,
Well, the bagels are for all of you guys.
Jewelry is very important. I say with many rings on my hand and like fucking beads in my hair and a like choker necklace and shit.
Thanks for the bagels, Meena. Everyone
You're
get
welcome.
around. Everyone
I'll
get
give you
around.
some gold. I'll give her 10 gold.
Jeez,
Thanks,
where are you getting
Matthias.
this gold from?
I don't
His
know.
mage hand is fantastic.
I keep finding it in my pockets.
Got your pockets later.
I started the session
We
with
all have
less
to get
gold.
new
What's going
pockets
on?
or something. I don't know.
I'll try a bagel.
It is very dry and plain, but it fills your belly. It's not awful.
Did
You
she
have
have
butter?
Did she have any chocolate covered
No.
spiders, just like the matron used to make?
There are cows outside the
There
city,
are
there
plenty
not?
of cows, but you have not told me that you purchased any butter, so no.
Fair.
That's expensive shit.
Not as expensive as sugar, but anyway.
You know, I think you're better at baking, Finnegan. These are pretty gross.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Is it baking?
Yeah, well, you're
I really
supposed
like
to.
it.
Yeah, I am baking. You're supposed to put them with stuff like jerky or butter,
cheese,
cheese, even sometimes.
I'm sorry that I didn't buy all the rest of that. I was really short on money.
No, it's fine. Don't worry about it.
Meena, don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Yeah, but I mean, we can do stuff that's helpful and also, you know, gets us some money if you want to.
And I've given you some now.
Can I ask you something? How well did you sleep last night?
Yeah, Meena, how well did you sleep last night?
I slept really well. I got a
Yeah, you
full-on
did.
rest in.
I see. So did I.
Yeah, we slept good
All right.
too. All three of us slept really well.
I feel refreshed and.
I mean, of course, you slept.
Finnegan told us this story about snakes.
Yeah, we talked about snakes and everything.
Did you have
Snakes?
anything regarding snakes?
Yeah, big snakes, small snakes. You know,
I may
lizard.
have had an experience with anyway,
I turned into a snake once. I could do that again.
No, please don't.
Wait, last
All right.
night or?
All right. It's time we discuss what we're gonna do.
I think that on a serious
this-
matter of business, there's you know, the fact that there's someone going around killing pointy-eared folks.
Right.
I
Immediate
kind of
trouble.
nod at fucking Zaunder. And
then the whole
not only would that
world-
be, you know, it's pressing for the people we keep in our company, but also there's a decent reward for catching them.
Yeah.
We
well,
might
how
want
would
to
you
go...
propose that we find them? Surely
Well-
the city guard is already looking for them.
Oh, come on now. City guards are normally fucking shite.
well, there's
I have a really good
they don't,
idea.
though.
We have a drow.
We have a drow. Yeah.
We could, I
Right,
mean,
yeah, thanks for that.
do you want to
Several.
want to be bait, Zaunder?
Yes, Zaunder would be the bait. I'm sure
Don't
he's
worry,
the
you have
master at
capable
being the
hands.
bait.
Oh.
You could master be you already did that.
A bait master.
Yes, I'm sure I could. I don't know why you keep saying it like that.
All right. Yeah, I prefer Zaunder be the metaphorical cheese to the mouse. No offense, Matthias. To catch this killer.
As a side note,
nice
I
action for
have
sugar.
a couple of different leads on it. So there are things we could look into. There's one, which is this fella, Niet, that lives somewhere here. I'd
Right.
say the words of where it is. And
I'm sorry, could you say that again?
the words of where it is.
What was his name?
Niet.
Ah, da.
Bless you.
And that's something that we can look into. And also, the ladies said that they heard some screaming coming from north of here, so we could also go look around the area nearby.
North. Could you bring us to the Port Zane map, please?
I sure can.
Considering we haven't seen.
When you say north, do you mean like? Because we're at the wall.
Mm-hmm.
We're here. So does
Yeah.
that mean? Does that mean outside?
You know,
of
it was
the
pretty
gates?
vague what they said. It could basically be anywhere around here. I don't
Okay.
think that they
Around
did-
here.
Yeah, they didn't. Excuse me, they didn't say anything about outside the city, but they were, you know, responding to some screams. That's all.
Okay. Also, you might want to change the name of the Dead Ringer to Fowlers, just so
Thank you.
whoever's
Yes, I
typed
will.
that.
All right. Yeah, I would love to fix this whole whirlpool, the big flush.
Whirl.
I'd like to fix the big flush.
Whirlpool. Hard, highty.
Flush.
To
big
make our
flush.
to make our home a bit better, but I'd also like a home to come back to. So I think we should really take care of this whole serial killer thing. You said Niet was like a what was this thing?
Niet Roshek. Fuck.
Have I heard that
Damn
name
it,
before,
sorry.
Zach?
I have my OBS open, but for to change my camera settings, and when notifications happen on my channel, they
Wait,
happen.
someone just donated you like
Someone
13.
yeah.
Wait, you guys gotta get to the part. Gotta get to the Lawful stupid chat. donate to
What?
I mean,
What
I
did
don't
I
want her to
miss?
lose money, but that's hilarious.
What? I missed
How
something
have I
there.
not used that?
Oh
She
my
has
God.
jump scares attached to certain bit.
So thanks for that, best friend, you fucking asshole.
What? She jumped.
So she just had someone
Oh.
scream in her ear. Oh man, I'm gonna
Oh
definitely
my
make use of
God.
that later. Oh, that's funny. That's so funny.
Oh my God.
Anyway,
sorry, what were we talking about?
I don't remember.
What was Niet's thing?
Oh, yes, sorry. I'm in character. Jesus Christ. Niet Rorschach is someone who maybe makes masquerade costumes. This was the thing that fucking someone had on Thadrin had on his person when they found him.
Thador.
Thador. Is it Thador?
Have I heard of this guy, Zach?
I haven't written Thador.
you would not have heard of him. He is the tailor to the wealthy. So Matthias would have no idea.
All right,
Well.
so Thador had a masquerade costume on him. Is that what you're saying?
So is that where he was killed?
Why would he have that on him?
I think Gwen is typing. It is the information given, to be clear,
Sorry.
is a flyer that was
Yeah,
found.
it's a flyer.
Flyer was found on Fedor, which mentioned the masquerade and mentioned this the location of the masquerade in Seaside, and as well as Niet, which is location is in Vanity and Vales, an area that you guys have not explored that much. It's sort of the rich tailor dye and stuff, like dyes and weavers area.
So
One thing
here's
is for certain. We need to go find Bliat Holtzman.
What? Who?
What?
Who?
I think I got that right. Was it?
I don't know. There's a German joke happening that I probably don't know, but
Don't smile at that. God damn it,
help
Grendy.
it.
Not you.
Grendy's Google foo is so good.
My favorite thing is when it goes. You know, it's Googling something.
Yeah. All right, I say we all head over to Vanity and Vales then and check out this Niet person.
All right. Evidently, Bilet is a Russian curse word, and Holtzman is another Inkluck. Fuck you, Grendy. God damn it. All right.
Love you.
So, Jesus Christ. Here's my thought here. We can go to the tailor and figure out what this costume party is, but it needs to be handled with some delicacy, and we're not all. Most of the party is not very good at the whole not let none to what you're fucking talking about kind of a thing.
I'll give us
So
a
it's
shot.
a situation that we need to handle with care.
Oh, tell
You're
me
all
about it.
fucking
I've
shite at lying, except for that one, and I point to Neriad.
I don't know
You're
what's happening.
getting fucking beat out by an old man. So how does that
I am
work?
a master of guile.
I
Well,
never
what
lie. What are you talking
about?
Oh, all right, friends. Listen. I'm not a fucking dumbass, first of all.
Who knows if we even have to lie is a thing. We're just
I'm
gonna-
not saying that we do.
in there.
What I'm saying is, I'm worried that this killer will get onto our tail and then come and murder all of our friends. That's what I'm concerned about. This isn't something that it's like, oh no, we got kicked out of the city, or oh no, we might get in prison. This is, oh no, people might fucking die. So it's not something that we can really handle lightly.
What if we have them stay at the bakery?
I mean,
I'm
we
not
gotta-
afraid to debate.
I'm certain there are people watching us all the time, so they'd see. It's not really a secret.
I look around.
I have given them the only thing that I could think would be the more helpful than what I've already done is a way for them to message us when we're not here. Outside of that, I have given them the best defense mechanism that I had, and so they're safer here. We only have the one door, and if anyone comes in that wants to harm either of them, they'll know.
Nidril says, we have a back door. Everybody has a back door.
Yeah, they do have a back door. Also, what if the person can climb?
Doors like that.
Listen,
It's not a perfect. We're not a perfect ideal situation.
I'm aware, but what do you have? What's your idea then, Finn?
We can't just sit here and we have to go no matter what.
I know.
Make me the most appealing target.
Well,
that was the plan.
I can make myself look like an elf.
Oh, so can I.
We could
oh,
just.
right. Yeah, you just can't talk.
That's a brilliant idea.
Well, I could still talk, so we could just.
Well,
we
we
could
should
just.
figure out who can pretend to be completely helpless the best.
Oh, how many drow do we have in this bar right now?
I look at Neriad and I'm like, well,
3.
it's one of the two of us, buddy.
I mean, I kind of am completely helpless a lot of the time, so I could just do it.
Meena?
Can everybody make an insight check on Meena?
Go for it.
Gladly.
He
Dirty
said
20.
He went for it.
Oh, natural one.
I didn't even roll that.
Hey, that's really good.
17.
Neriad has a +7 insight. I never use it.
Does that get me?
21
as well.
21 for Finn, 20 for Gwen. What'd you get, Matthias?
I didn't roll. Do I need to, or?
If you'd like to, yeah. I mean, I'm giving everybody the chance to insight check Meena. If you feel like you can't tell anything about her, that's fine.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Yeah, all those of you that roll 20 or higher, when Meena says, you know, I feel like I don't know what's happening most of the time, maybe for the first time ever, kind of seems like she's lying. Like she does know what's happening.
Meena.
It's just something that's interesting.
Meena. You can't lie to me.
You can lie to me.
But you're getting better, if that makes you feel better about it. You used to be fucking hopeless. So hey, that's good. But here's the thing, this is a situation that should be handled with care. Neriad's frequently walking around out there like he doesn't fucking know what he's doing.
Oh, Neriad's a human. I don't know what I'm doing most of the time. No.
I mean, it's very... We could fucking find some makeup, craft some prosthetic ears for him. There we go. Got a fucking elf.
Well, I mean,
I feel somehow offended by this.
I almost would rather have you in the shadows to shoot them if they come attack me or somebody, so...
Well, I mean, what's next? You start painting your faces black? Stop.
I don't think
no, definitely not that far. There are different elves that are not... You know that there are more kinds of elves than drow, right?
Oh, no one cares about those kinds of
Sorry, I zoned out there. What the fuck are we talking about?
I just feel uncomfortable with you trying to masquerade as elves by making fake ears.
But just fucking casting an illusion to look exactly like one is somehow different?
I think we just make Zaunder look like a prime target. Maybe we say Zaunder's like king of the drow or something.
I like that. I like that.
Or you just are unarmed and walking the streets alone at night.
The drow don't have a king. The drow is a
It's a matriarchy. Come on now, Finnegan, get your shit together.
No. Right, fuck me for coming up with ideas. I'll go over here and fuck myself.
Well, at least someone's getting some action.
Yeah. Oh my god. I was gonna say it, so I'm glad someone else did.
All right, so what are you doing? What's the plan?
All right.
Fucking knows.
All right.
Zaunder, give us all your equipment and look pathetic and go wander around.
No,
just give us all your equipment.
Here's what we should do. Someone should hold on to your crossbow. We all should go to, or some of us should go to this fucking costumer and get you some clothes. Right? We'll dress you up, all fancy like, and send you to that part of town. Then we'll all keep an eye on you and hope that someone tries to kill you.
How big is your crossbow?
It's pretty large. It's a heavy crossbow.
Is it a heavy crossbow?
Very big.
Do we not have like a...
Wait, you're talking about my crossbow.
I don't like Zaunder going out there unarmed. You give him a
he has a 10 crossbows.
I could stay near him in the shadows.
Just a second while I walk away. So
Zaunder,
keep having fun.
I know that that I've given you permission to ride on me at times, but I could turn into something small and ride on you if you'll give me permission.
Oh, I see. You got a taste for it now, have you?
A smaller woman riding on me. That doesn't sound familiar.
What?
What?
Spit out my drink like.
I was talking like a spider. You'd probably
Yes,
like that too,
I
wouldn't
like.
you,
I like.
Zaunder?
What? Yeah. Yes.
You like spiders a lot, right, Zaunder?
That's right. I do like spiders.
Lee likes chocolate.
That sounds like a
spiders.
good idea. We drow are often in the company of spiders, so it would make sense.
What
And
the,
if
like
I'm
the
a small
implications of this spider joke? Just as like a side note.
What's happening? What are you talking about right now?
What implications?
I'm going to be a spider to make it so that he's not all by
Yeah.
himself walking, so that if he
There are no
does get
metaphors
jumped,
here.
this is literally a spider.
All right. From now on, this point forward, hard ruling from me. No more euphemisms or
Please
sly
don't
words
say hard like that.
or any. God damn it!
Euphemisms, Finnegan.
No
You,
euphemisms. Anyway,
Would you?
You burned down
Would
the
you-
city yet? What happened?
everything's on fire.
We found the killer.
3 people are dead. We want you to guess which 3, though.
This is
Okay.
fine.
Everyone that got laid died, because that's how horror movies work, right?
Fuck.
Yep.
That's true.
Thank God, wholesome squad.
We're
All right. So are you going to this place? What's the plan?
All right, who's going?
I don't
I'm-
like splitting up. I'll go with Zaunder.
I'll go too.
You will?
course.
I can hide in
I
the
know
shadows.
fashion. How dare you?
Of course. I don't care what you do. It's fine. You can
Sounds
go.
like everyone's going.
Yeah, we're all going.
Okay.
Let's all go.
But don't
So-
carry your weapons. Someone else.
Okay.
will.
Your
Nidril's-
crossbow. Carry your
Nidril
hand.
asks, the place is open, right? I can take more customers.
What time is it?
Oh, I'd
It's
say,
early. This is morning. This is like 9 a.m.
I'd say no. Don't.
It
take
doesn't
any-
open for another couple of hours, Nidril, and if you try and fucking steal anything, I'll slit your throat. All right?
I would never steal from my establishment. Are you crazy? What is
Stop
your
it.
problem? I would never do such a thing. He's
All right,
very
bye.
offended.
Nidril, it's not your establishment. It's mine.
Of course. Of course. And he gets back to cleaning things.
Why do you keep soundbite in your laugh? Gwen, Gwen, I don't really think we should open up the bar.
I think in a couple of hours it's fine.
You think he could
You think we should keep it closed?
Yeah, because
Entirely?
we have drow in here.
That's fair.
No.
All right. All right. No, that's smart. You're right.
Well, I've been looking to do some
One hand.
improvements, so I'm going to do some artwork and some extra cleaning of the plates. And,
Oh, you paint.
I think that
Sure.
particular-
Clean up some stuff, but don't put up anything without running it by me first. All right? I don't want your weird drow fucking orgy
Hey.
paintings on the wall. So, or weird spider shit either.
I'd very much like the weird drow shit. So if
Okay, you can put that up in
Thank
your
you.
building.
Of course, of course.
I'd love to see it.
Is Nidril the elf killer?
See the elf
So
killer?
he begins to work a little more hastily. You can see he's got some like canvases that he's made to try to make the place more like.
Don't smear your fecal matter on the walls, crazy.
Ew.
And we leave.
And that's
And you all
okay.
head out. You make your way across the town. You see more people leaving. Another couple caravans have decided that this is it. They can't deal with the lack of income from the whirlpool anymore, and they're all heading out of town. You see some of the merchants that you saw before. You even catch the back end of the cigarette smoking hot boy Finn, but he does not seem to notice you as you make your way through the ins and outs and across the bridge into the area known as Vanity and Veils, which is a much higher end version of tailors and dyers. And you do see a a particular place that just is called the Pearl Establishment. Sort of like a vague, weird name, the Pearl Establishment. But this is what was noted on the flyer for Defined and Yet. And as you make your way into this pink building that you see on the map here, you see a person wearing a suit, a very tight, lovely suit. It seems like practical, like he can move around and do a lot of work in it, but he looks dressed to the nines. He's working with a particular customer. No, that won't work at all. Of course not. Let me see something else. And he pulls out a
Does he
particular.
just say his own name? He goes, yet.
Yeah. Yeah. He pulls out a bow and he sort of places it. A masterpiece, of course. Excuse me, I'll be with you in a moment. Oh dear. Are you sure you're in the right place?
Certain.
What do you mean?
Indeed.
Are we sure we're in the right place?
Have a seat, please. I'm working. And And he begins to, add extra ruffles and pins and stuff. And you have to wait a good 20, 25 minutes for him to finally finish with this person to get everything
I
sewed
lean
in
over
the
to
right
Meena and
way.
I'm like, he's judging us because we look poor.
I'm getting antsy.
You think he's judging us because I'm a furbolg?
No, Meena, it's got nothing to do with you being a furbolg. It's got everything to do with all of the clothes all of us are wearing.
We're adventurers.
I'm wearing my funeral clothes. They're very smart.
Right, and it all looks like we bought them for about 5 silver, and I'm sure this guy charges more than that.
I made this cape. It's cool.
I didn't buy these. I stole them.
Right,
At the
that's
point-
not alright.
The point at which you say something about how much these cost, you see a very hefty bag of gold being placed. And the woman turns around and she's wearing a dark red dress. It's tightly fitting, but nice frills around, a yellow bow on top. And she wears this strange little mask across her face. It seems to obscure many of her features, and the mask itself seems to be like kind of glyphed and runed around the outside of it, which is an interesting little feature about what you see. And she sort of bustles her way out and says, "Oh, of course, Nieta, see you at the party, of course." Yes, you will. Indeed. And as you get a better look at him, he is a half-elf as well. Seems to be, has slicked back hair, wearing his lovely suit, very thin and gaunt, and he turns and looks at each of you and says, No, this will not do. Why are you here?
We're here for clothes.
Sorry, wait, half elf, you said slicked back hair? What is
Slicked back hair.
color?
Dark.
Okay.
I'm here to inspect the fire exits. What do you think?
No, all right. Everybody calm down. We're here for some masquerade costumes, if you don't mind.
You do realize that how wealthy this establishment actually operates. I don't mean to be perverse, but I will say that this is not the typical clientele that I receive.
I'm aware. I see the people who are walking around in here. I'm not daft.
We're jealous. We want to look just like them. You can help us, right?
I wouldn't have come in here if I didn't know the quality, shall we say.
I see you're trying to flatter me. I tell you it will get you somewhere, but not everywhere. Please, everyone, find a booth.
Are we all getting, side note, are we all getting clothes, or is it just...
No, I'm just here. I'm just window shopping. I'm not really here for any of this frilly
I'm
shit.
Sorry, everything's custom made. That's not quite how it works.
I'm getting something.
I'll be
He's
outside.
getting
I hate
something.
this place.
I've never met anyone so arrogant and discriminatory.
Oh, Zaunder.
Something?
The three of us are gonna get something.
Whatever it takes, of course. What is the event?
A masquerade ball.
Oh. You, plan to attend the Appletons' masquerade ball, do you?
She's really important. She'd
I
be
don't
invited anyway.
I don't like to brag.
So, these outfits are very particular according to Mr. and Mrs. Appleton. Of course, I will need to charge you the full price. I'm sure you understand. That will be 15 gold per outfit. Is that alright with you, or should you find another time?
That's fine, thank you.
I have 15 gold, if you believe it.
I have
thought
more
it'd
than
more.
enough to pay for it, don't worry.
And you'll be able to pay your rent later this month, yes?
I'll be able to pay more than just that, love.
Fine. Well, how many of them would you like? Just 3 then?
Just the 3 is fine.
Well,
You said Mr. and Mrs. Appleton? Is that what you said?
Indeed, Mr. and Mrs. Appleton.
When I talk not in my voice, I'm not asking that in character, just so you know.
Yes, okay, sorry. Yes, Mr. and Mrs. Appleton.
Okay, okay. Sorry.
Zach, I've stepped outside. I'm just gonna be watching the surrounding area.
Sure, make a perception check.
In particular, looking for if anyone familiar watching us, any nice hidey spots in this area where someone could just ambush or track someone.
Sure.
What's the name of his store?
Oh crap. I gotta find my notes.
That's an interesting name.
The Pearl Establishment.
The Pearl Establishment, thank you.
I got a 15.
15. You don't notice anyone following you. I will say that you do see the visage of a familiar dockmaster kind of wobbling out toward the docks and looking at a still water. Looking around a bit. Then going back to his little hovel that's near the docks themselves.
He was looking around, was he looking at the water?
Yeah,
or,
looking at the water, yes.
Okay. Right.
All right. So as he sort of pulls out, he stuffs his mouth with pins and pulls out some measuring tape, and he goes up to you for. Who's the first one? Who are the 3 that are getting costumes?
Gwen, Meena, Zaunder.
Meena, Zaunder. He actually goes up to you first, Zaunder. He sort of says, "This is less atypical than the other 2, so I'll begin with you. How's that?" He sort of like begins to measure your chest, begins to measure your head, your face, and your crown, and he gives a little inseam, and you're like, oh, there's that moment, and then he does that moment, and then checks your yes, of course, you are one of those medium types, I see, and he begins to go to the back and shuffles around.
Did you just size category?
And he comes back with a very slick looking tails kind of tux. It's lovely in the front. It looks like a nice slick, and then it's got a bit of a tail. He gives you white gloves to put on, and then of course he pulls from there a mask that's your size. It is a black mask that has a bit of a gemmed flare to it with little glyphs around it. He sort of puts it up to your eyes and ties it around, and he says, "Yes, indeed, that'll work."
These little glyphs that he's putting on things. What do they look like?
They look magical.
Okay, so are they enchanted?
They look enchanted, yes.
Zaunder tries to hide his disappointment because he was hoping it would be something really cool, like a skull. But you know,
that's exactly it. Yes,
Bam.
very good.
That's amazing.
I'm sorry, sir. Do you find something wrong? I can tell a look of disgust on your face.
no, it's fine. It's I just kind of thought maybe it'd be something more intimidating.
You do not know how this party works, then.
This will be his first time in an event like this.
Well,
what
these particular masks are special. The moment that you enter the property, your entire visage, your person, will be unrecognizable from many others. The mask hides your face, but the enchantment hides the rest of you. When you are there, no one will be able to tell you apart from anyone else, which means anything that you do or don't do, or do, will be hidden.
You said do twice. Why did you say that?
Silly boy. And he finishes with you. He kind of slaps you with the tape measure, and he moves over to, I have not had someone so tall before. This will be a challenge. And he looks at you, Meena, and begins to measure you out.
Would it be easier if I was shorter?
Well,
no.
Easier is a bit of a misnomer. I do think that it would be fine, but hold on a moment. We do have some tall folk here, and he moves to the back. And
if you go shorter, it won't fit you later.
All right.
He comes out with an incredibly large, almost looks like it's a tent that he's going to put around you. And yet, when he begins to measure you and put it around, he makes some snips, and finally you find, oh, this form fits. This happens over the course of a couple hours. It takes you guys a while. Meanwhile, outside, it's mostly normal activity that the 3 of you see. You are able to do a little bit of a fun little pickpocket thing, Matthias. You'll find 12 more gold pieces with your mage hand that has like
you beat him to it.
And that said,
that feels a bit heavier.
you both, all of you hear for a moment a bit of a skerfuffle outside, a bit of a hey, as you lean a bit closer in here. That fella stole my gold. I would never do such a thing. Get away from me. No, he stole my gold. And there's a guard that kind of comes to intercept, and they all chat for a moment. They sort of say, yeah, he took his magical hand or something and stole my gold. I would never do such a thing. Please, that's
thief
not
over
me.
there.
He took it out over there. Yes, this is terrible. And they begin to sort back and forth, and you notice that someone is being accused of thievery, and they're using a mage hand and using it. It could have been you, could have been somebody else, but that's what's happening in front of you. Do you have any reaction to that?
Hands on your pockets, boys. We might be in the fancy area, but
Is there a thief about?
might be a thief about, yeah.
Back inside, he
better
finishes
hide.
with you, Meena, and goes over to you, Gwendolyn, and says, I can tell you've been to something like this before. I can see the way you hold yourself, and let's see. And he moves in the back and finds you a lovely black dress that fits almost perfectly. He doesn't have to do that many alterations. Although he measures around like your midsection and sort of says, I need to let that out a bit, and he'll let it out around your
That's
your body a bit
fucking
more.
rude.
That's my sister, you son of a bitch!
sorry.
smashes the windows.
Rude. I just have to do the thing that I have to do.
You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry about it.
I don't
You
get
are
it.
quite well kept. And he sort of moves back and finds your mask and ties it around.
Not entirely sure what that's supposed to mean.
Has she got big
Darling,
weapons?
this is not the thing that I play with, so please. And he definitely gives you your mask and gives you your mask, Meena, and the three of you look lovely.
What does my
dapper.
mask look like, Zach?
It looks very
shit.
similar to the others. It is
Your
sort of the
face.
same kind of black with the sort of bedazzled and jewels around it. There's slight variations in the mask. Yours, Meena, has a little bit of color to it, a little bit of like pinks and blues inside of it. Yours, Gwendolyn, has a little more of a gray and kind of golden color to it. As you all put them on and see yourselves hidden. Now, of course, they will not work until you walk inside the establishment, but I do hope you have fun tonight. And he sort of looks at you and holds out his hand for the payment. 45 gold pieces, please.
Yeah. I and then 45 gold.
All right. Meanwhile, outside, you do see a person kind of walking by. He's wearing a sort of waiter's frock. It's a nice sort of jacket and white thing, pulling a cart by, and as he pulls a cart over a piece of rock, it kind of bumps and some of the things fall away. Oh, gosh darn it. Oh, man. And he sort of puts the fruit and the meat and the things that are spilled out of the cart away. And you can see tucked into his belt, Matthias, he does have one of those little masks that you have saw inside with the other person that wore. Kind of move away from. He seems to be getting the things ready.
Matthias.
Finn, he had a mask.
Oh, him? The poor schlub over there?
Yeah.
The poor sorry sack of shit? The poor little fucker. Okay, I'm sorry.
Are you feeling okay?
I'm sorry, just one of my little jokes again.
Should I go borrow it off him?
Oh, he's got a mask on him. No, I think... Neriad, does he really look like someone who would go to a ball?
Well, I mean, we don't look like we're going to the ball, and... Or we should anyways, but we are. Oh, well, I'm not sure. Hey, guy!
I was
going to the
just-
ball later!
Sorry, I didn't mean to... sorry, could you help, please? I'm having trouble. This is so many orders. We have so much to do today. He starts to pile them on into the sort of little cart that he's pulling.
Is he
I think it
acting
works for
funny?
the people.
What?
Is he
probably
acting
works.
funny?
He's not acting funny. He just seems stressed.
Oh,
I'll help.
Begin to
I'll walk over and
pile
start picking up
these
some stuff.
fruits and meats and stuff. Oh, thank you so much. It's
Take
been
a
such
bite
a day.
out of
We're
one.
understaffed. This is really hard to deal with.
What's your name? You said you're helping with the catering for this
Yeah, sorry, Jacob is my name, and yeah, I've got some big event tonight, and God, the orders are crazy. They basically cleared out a whole stock, and half the waiters have moved out of town already, so I can't really deal with it right now. It's just a lot. It's a lot, and I'm not really dealing with it.
Hold
well.
on,
I'm
Jacob.
sorry.
Hold on.
We're looking for
Hold on,
jobs.
Jed. We're looking for jobs. We could probably help you out for a little bit.
What?
I could be
Yeah,
a
of course.
waiter.
You look more like adventure types.
We dabble to do it. There's not always adventure around.
Okay. Look,
I
I'm sure
could
we
do
think about anybody
backflips.
right now to help us. That'd be fine, but you can't bring your weapons and stuff in, crazy.
Oh, we're not gonna bring our weapons. We're not gonna bring our weapons in, boys. We're not.
No, that would be ridiculous.
All right, hold on. Let me drop this off, and I'll show you. And he begins to pull the cart away and drops it off at a little house that's a little bit further away. And once he comes back, as everybody's getting their stuff done, he motions you over, and he pulls you into a little establishment that seems to be tons, like not really that many, but 3 or 4 other people like him, trying to prepare some food and get things ready and cook some meats, and all these carts being done. And there's this sort of larger man that's sort of overseeing it. You gotta get ready for the Appletons. They got a real particular thing that they want. Don't you slack off right there. That meat better be cooked perfect. Yes. What's going on, Jacob? What's happening?
Hi. Hello. We're the new hires.
I'm the bouncer.
Yeah, the bouncer.
We don't need a bouncer for these events. They are priced out, so no one comes in. They can't afford it, of course.
All right. You need an entertainer or something?
Yeah, it'd be fine. I more need hands to carry this shit around.
I've got
nice.
2.
Oh, technically you got 3.
I've got
That's
3
fine.
hands.
We're strong. We can totally help you.
Look, if you'll hurry up and get this thing done, you'll make 4 gold for the day. How's that?
We get that advanced, or is that at the end of the day?
End of the day.
All right,
Hey,
that's fine.
do you need help at the party as well? We could come with you and assist.
Yeah, that's where you'll be. We gotta prep here for a while, and then we gotta get done at the party.
Do we get some food with that? Because your fruit was really nice when I had some earlier.
You can always have leftovers at the end, but nothing before. Catch you munching,
fuck
you're
yeah.
done.
All right, this is the greatest thing. Why do we even buy a bar? All right, yeah, let's do it.
Fine.
And he hands you a few of these little masks and some costumes. Get dressed in there, and then get to work. And he points away, and you see some supervisors and stuff to kind of rush this because we're getting late tonight. They sort of show you the ropes. Some of them want you to cook. Some of them want you to prep and package and get things ready. Others are looking for you to serve and show you how to properly hold the tray with the champagne and all the kinds of things that are happening. And so you get a nice little core of training over the next couple hours while the other 3 are getting their beautiful costumes ready.
Finn would have gone to go to the cooking section, or tried to if possible.
Absolutely, yeah. And you can take advantage on your next cooking roll. Because you get some tips about how to make sure things don't burn and how to check in on the way that dough rises and things like that. Cool. Once again, you notice that there's not much sugar around. They're trying to do their best with fruits. They're trying to do their best with some dried fish. There's sushi, kind of like rolling up things in rice and using salted fish and things to store it. So that's a fun little event that you've got there. And yeah, they show you the ropes for the next couple of hours as the rest of them get dressed. And do you guys in the boutique finally finished your costumes looking around? Do you have any other things you want to do?
Conceal any weapons?
Go ahead and make a sleight of hand check.
Sleight of hand, yeah, not stealth.
I'll leave my staff
aside. 13 on a die, so that will be a 21.
I will say that, seeing that you all were adventurers and stuff, he does expect you to kind of put your stuff away, but you can hide your blow dart gun. It's not too hard to put away as he kind of watches you all.
Blow dart gun's bigger than me, so.
Okay, fair enough.
Couple of darts, dagger.
Yep.
Yeah,
a dagger would be fine. Yep, you can hide a dagger. Yep.
In
terms of he's got lockers and stuff, so you would need to put away your shield and your mace. Neriad, he would even ask you to put away your staff.
Totally fine. That's fine.
Finn is the weapon.
Can lock those away in lockers and put that. So back to the boutique, folks. You guys have any last thoughts?
I stow a knife on my thigh.
Yeah, I want to hide a hand crossbow on my person.
That's pretty easy with the way that these are flowing through.
Right.
But other than that, I'm good.
Does my quarterstaff look too quarterstaffy to bring it in?
It would stand out. It would be very difficult to hide on your person.
I guess I won't need my walking stick, right, Gwendolyn?
We can go drop our stuff off back at the bar, and then head on up.
Well, worst comes to worst, you can always just turn into a bear.
I mean, that's true.
I think they would frown upon that at this particular party, if I might say so myself.
You don't know what people are into.
Not
a
literal bear, right?
I'm sure I'll see you all there. It'll be quite pleasant to see how you all blend in, of course.
I mean, theoretically, you want to know it's us, isn't that kind of the point?
That is the point, my dear. So maybe I'll see you in a dark corner later.
Oh, maybe.
What's happening here?
He laughs and giggles to himself, and he begins to go back and finish some of the last little things. As a couple of the customers walk in,
Do you generally do any other tailoring assignments, or is it just for parties?
Well, this is the big event of the season, of course, but I will take individual commissions starting, tomorrow, basically. I'll need some time to recover. I do like to have fun at this event myself.
I will, I'll keep you in mind for future endeavors.
Oh, well, my prices are always quite steep, young lady.
And I'm aware. I'm sure they are.
And
I can see the place
you live in. Myself.
Very
Just
good.
because I choose to walk around in the clothes that I do, doesn't mean I can't afford the ones that I
didn't
want
ask
later.
for your entire history. I just need you to leave.
Fucking roasted.
An asshole. I want to steal something from him, but I don't think there's anything worth stealing.
Steal his dignity.
Materials or
Pee on
whatever,
him.
But
You better hope you don't
Silk. Is there any silk?
Yeah, I was thinking about that, but like that's taking a fucking bolt of fabric is not casual.
Meena, as you look at yourself in the mirror for the first time, you first of all, with the mask on, are a little unrecognizable, but you can kind of see that you are. It's interesting how tall you are, how your body feels more connected. You don't have to hide.
Say she's sexy.
Tell her she's
I
sexy.
want her
Zach.
to decide what she feels about the situation, but
What do
you
I
just
look
have a
like?
first moment. You have a
Am I
first,
pretty?
you have a first moment to look at yourself in the mirror. I was going to go to you, Zaunder, but of course,
pretty?
You have
you're
to
checking
tell
yourself out.
Grendy he's pretty, not Zaunder. You gotta tell Grendy.
Grendy, you are pretty. But Zaunder looks at himself in the mirror and hiding the crossbow and sort of sees the scar across his face. And for the first time, that scar looks like it tells a story more than it feels hideous to you. It's got something behind it, some purpose. And Gwen, as you look at yourself in the mirror, you're sort of like, man,
Check myself out.
I'm really hot, but why didn't that fit the way I thought it would? And that is where we'll end tonight's session.